Still trying to get the balance on this one. Got to reduce it by there. It's been pretty darn quiet. Honestly, that's probably a lot better though. That way it's not drowning everything out. Go, so we're perfect on my end. Then we're just gonna relax. So what we have here is a game called TEAMFIGHT Manager. I don't think anyone's gonna be showing up, that's fine. But yeah, we're gonna be jumping into a new game plus, because I've beaten this game once before. But I kind of want to relive it, yet have a slightly different kind of challenge to be going with it. We're gonna go and do a new game. These are the settings I'm basically be playing on. And as people join in, we're gonna have everyone kind of just interact. People's names can actually be put as actual characters. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. We're definitely gonna be doing this on insane difficulty, starting on 2v2 rules. And I really want the patch cycle on frequent with a high amount of variability. So that way it takes a lot of adapting to the meta and making sure that we truly understand a good composition, which I haven't played this game in a while, so we're probably gonna fail for a bit, which is okay. That's gonna be a thing, but that we're gonna have to deal with. Champion category. I actually want to go ahead and keep it on classic because I like the initial list that's given. It's a really good balance for the 2v2. But in order to just discuss everything and to really just relax on everything that's gonna be going on, I'm gonna go ahead and set the ban and pick time limit to no seconds because again I haven't played this game in a while, and of course I'm playing this single player, so why don't we just relax? We're gonna go ahead and proceed. And going ahead and put in the logo. We're gonna... My name's gonna be Tolby. And typically I always use Crisco as my name. I could always change this later if I so desired. I'm gonna go with this hairstyle. I don't really like the hairstyles, but the hairstyles aren't really the important thing. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Tolby is appointed as the coach of the Crisco team. Tolby, who leads the record for most wins, sends shockwaves through the world by being appointed the Amateur League Crisco team's coach. Tolby made a promise to lead the team to victory in the World Championship. We look forward to seeing how he does. Starting this week, you can freely recruit players until the week 2 of February. So this game does play out over time, and we start off with a team of 4. We are starting off with the worst team in the game, and we're going to be trying to bring them up to the best team. Now how we're going to do that is going to be kind of a little bit of an adventure. See, first off, let's make sure everything's looking good. Alrighty, yeah, quality's good. Still we don't have too much to worry about. Perfect. So, first thing we're gonna be looking at is our squad. We have Broken Blade, age 21. His condition's not that great. This is a very aggressive player. He has a lot of offensive capabilities. Defensively, he leaves himself a little vulnerable. And the 2 champions that he's mastered is going to be the Swordsman and the Archer. Next, we have Owo, age 21. He's not doing so good this week. He's a pretty well-balanced player, and he typically actually plays healers in the support class. The Priestess and the Monk are his go-to champions of choice. We have Apple, age 21. Condition is not so great right now. He's a very defensive player, and he plays as the Knight and the Fighter. Last but not least, we have Load Up, who's currently having a good week, and plays as the Mystical Pyromancer, and a Shrine Maidens. So this is our starting team, and honestly, it's not really much to be going off of. These actually really are like the worst of the worst of the worst. But we have quite a bit that we could be trying to do. Training-wise, we're going to go ahead and select Broken Blade, and we can be trying to improve their stats. I think at this point, forget the best thing that I could be doing. Swordsman, honestly, a pretty good character to be playing. I really like Archer, though, especially if you can protect the Archer. But in 2v2 scenario, Swordsman is going to be just Fighter, so we're going to be having Broken Blade focus on that. And can't actually have them learn any other champions specifically, but they are very aggressive, so I think I'd rather just need more attack. Do I want more defense? Just in case, we're gonna go 2 into Swordsman and make this player a really strong Swordsman character for starters, and focus on the attack. We have Owo right over here. They are a balanced player, so I'd like to go 1 and 1. Let's keep them balanced and flexible. And I actually would like them to be focusing on the Monk, I believe. So the Monk, especially in a 2v2 scenario where he can't be burst down, has the potential to be really good. So we're going to keep him like that, but once the Monk falls off, honestly, Owo's not going to be lasting too much longer. Apple is a very defensive player, and Knight and Fighter are both excellent picks, basically at all points of the time. We're going to have them kind of train both. And Loda, who is currently an average player, I would like them to kind of learn both of these champions at an okay rate. We're gonna go actually balanced all the way around for. Yeah, Pyromancer, Shrine Maiden. There we go. We got our new squad, we got our training, and it's time to try to recruit a new player for our team. Now for local talents, they possess skills of highly ranked players in the amateur league. Be about 2 days with a cost of 10. Very cheap to do, but notice we can't do any other kind of recruiting as everything is pretty expensive. So we're just going to be getting a cheap player, and that's just going to be a couple of weeks. Alrighty, management-wise, message box, recruitment period, perfect. Improved facility, this is going to require a lot of money, which we currently don't have, but we are definitely going to be wanting to improve our facility as much as possible, such as extra training points, reducing costs of everything, more training categories, those are all going to be great. Equipment, we're going to be wanting more of these later down the road, but unfortunately we can't get any until we improve, oops, I already missed again, until we improve our facility to craft equipment. So we've got a lot of things that we can focus on. We have no sponsors at the current moment. That'll be a thing later. So this is basically going to be our own MOBA team. Champion statistics, right now we have no idea how everything's going to be playing out, but here are all the characters. We have Shrine Maiden. They are a support. Swordsman, they are more of a tank. Pyromancer, they are a mage. Priestess is a support. Ninja is an assassin. Monk is a support / tank. Knight is a tank. Fighter is just a melee DPS. And Archer is a ranged DPS. So we have a very well balanced champion roster. Right now, if we check out all the stats, we're very far behind, as every single team, especially the Careful Cats, they're pretty darn strong. Do they have any? I don't think they have any special traits that I'm aware of. All of my guys, yeah, they're kind of they're mediocre at best. What else we got? We got game, combination test. We're definitely gonna be wanting to take care of that. Now, if I remember, a very strong combination to be starting off with is really just fighter swordsman, as warriors tend to dominate the early game meta, especially in the 2v2 scenario. Occasionally, you may be able to get away with like a priestess fighter, maybe a knight fighter, a monk knight, where the knight takes all the hits and then the monk is able to keep them up. So that's a thing we can consider. We have choices. What's going to be better? Combination test. We're going to be doing our one new test. Biggest thing, swordsman fighter and knight monk. How is that going to do? This test. Looks like the swordsman fighter is overall going to be better. Now, the monk got quite a bit of healing. The knight seems to be the weakest link, but it did get the kills. It did slightly more damage than the monk. Whereas the swordsman looks like really the biggest damage dealer that we've got here. So let's keep our eye on the swordsman and try to figure out what is going to be best against the swordsman, but what's going to be best to fight with the swordsman. So that one's going to be a little tricky. New tests. Unfortunately, we don't have any more tests we could do for the week. System. I can change my team info if I want to, but weekly activities. I get to do one weekly activity, well, every single week. We can stream in order to try to make money and improve one of our players' fan base. Special training to get a better skill, but at this point, we're really just going to be focusing on streaming. And who's going to be my best? Because the fighter, I believe, is just going to be the best character in the game. Squad. Broken Blade. Broken Blade is probably going to be our MVP for a while. We're going to have Broken Blade try to get a better fan base. 3 consecutive wins with a random. Have a 77% chance of success. Just gonna go. We're to 45. 77. Should be good enough. Great success. So that's weekly activity. Moving on to the next week. And right now, we're just going to be spending this time. So we've got one more week before we get a new person, where I'm just going to grab a random name from the chat. And, well, you at least got to say hello before they could be added into our team. Everyone's going to continue their training. Allowed to get 2 more players. Recruitment. Got 1 more week. Weekly activity, streaming, get more fans, 76% success rate. Great success. Get even more money. That's going to be important for improving the facility. What are we trying to go for first? Because I actually don't remember this one. Equipment's going to be useful for improving everything about the team. I think I really want to upgrade is the biggest thing, because by upgrading we can then get a different kind of recruitment type for getting even better players on the team. We'll have to see in a moment. We're gonna go ahead and just move on to the next week. And we are able to recruit a new player. We have Ucal. Let's see. Great, if I could figure out who's all in here. Engage with their audience. Ooh, I could start a poll. Oh, interesting. Is this how I could? Option. Oh, only 4 options. Yuck. Let's see if we can get anybody actually inside. Since we don't have anybody really talking right now, we're going to go ahead and just move forward by recruiting UCal. And we're going to go ahead and recruit him. He's a fast runner, so the character moves fast, and that's fantastic for these. Fragile mentality reduces all stats by 10 when you're losing, but increases when winning, so this guy snowballs really well. Prioritizes attacking enemies with low HP. Oh, perfect for an assassin. Honestly, this is a great character to start off with. We're going to go ahead and recruit him. And we're going to try to recruit a little bit more local talent. Close that. That's really good to get, actually. And all these characters are ordinary, so they don't really have any fantastic skills. But UCal, honestly, let's just have him increase the stats in his 2 champions he knows. Then increasing his attack. We're gonna go ahead. Oh shoot, I missed a combination test. So new test, team, squad. Let's try Broken Blade, so fighter, assassin. Let's see how that does. So new test. So ninja, or I guess just ninja and swordsman versus fighter and monk. Because the knight, it did a little bit more damage, but the monk prevented guys from dying. Alright, well the ninja died 6 times, so the ninja is a terrible pick, and it looks like this may be something that we may have to worry about just a little bit. So that takes care of combination tests. Is there a way for me to find streaming? We're gonna now have UCal be trying to get the more streamers. Great success. Proceed to the next week. Combination test. So fighter, so we have our swordsman versus a fighter monk. What if we had the knight support against the fighter monk? The knight dies. As long as the swordsman can do all the damage he needs to do. Nope. The red side just doesn't die fast enough. Even though the swordsman does a ton of damage, it's just that monk does a lot of healing. Okay. Close weekly activity. We're gonna stream. Have UCal get that extra money. There we go. That's good stuff. Proceed to the next week. And at this point, it is going to be time Alright, so from the looks of this, with the rate of training, I really should just dump everything into a single thing. Yeah. So we're going to have UCal focus purely on the fighter. And now it is actually time for us to get sponsors. If we make them happy and we succeed, we get a lot of great things. Ooh. Tomorrow's pet food. Achieve a win streak of at least 4 the regular season. That's actually really tricky to do. Win 2-0 6 times in the regular season. Also really tricky to do. Achieve at least 291 kills in the regular season. Also tricky to do. What's the next highest? Achieve using Priestess, Knight, Monk at least for a total of 9 times. Maybe that might be just what we go with. Achieve at least 8 wins in the regular season. We could try that. We're in a losing streak of at least 3 in the regular season. Can't guarantee that. I'd love to do, especially this one, but achieve a win streak of at least 4. The issue is if I don't figure out the way to win, yeah, that's not happening. At least 2 in the regular season. Prevent a losing streak of 2. I think Priestess, Knight, Monk. I think we can do that. Because all we have to do is just play a certain character. Which means we now need somebody who's good at Priestess, Knight, or Monk. And Gaguri is a clutch hitter, increases all stats by 20 in the last set. Prioritizes attack enemies with low HP, and attack speed increased. Oh my gosh, that is good. Recruit right away. Unfortunately, if we look at our schedule, yeah, we're not going to be able to recruit the player in time, so there's no reason for me to be spending money on this local talent, because that's the last time I'm going to be recruiting from local talent. Gaguri, I definitely need you to focus on that Priestess. You're going to be my key Priestess player for now. What do we got? Combination test. What if we just go Swordsman, Priestess? Will that beat the Fighter Monk combo? Oh, 1-1. It does. Well, we have two players that are great with both of these characters. Let's try Swordsman, Priestess at least for a little bit. But that's a lot of damage that fighter is doing. That Swordsman is doing excellent. Honestly, I think the Swordsman is really just the way to go. So we're going to be starting with that. Now, Cal, you're going to be our key player. Really need you to continue to bring in those funds. Thank you very much. Success. Alrighty, so we have our squad. And our 2 main players are, of course, going to be Cal and Gaguri. Unless they're having like a really bad day, yeah, they're going to be our primary focus for everything. People ever post in chat, we can switch these characters to your names, but that's okay. It's also really late, and I'm not really expecting anybody to be joining in. So our sponsor is going to be Hider Express. Achieve using Priestess, Knight, or Monk. We can definitely do that. So we're going to move on to the next week. Did we already do our combination test? We did. Player recruitment period ends this week. You cannot recruit afterwards. That's perfectly fine. So let's do our combination test. Let's see how this will go in reverse. Swordsman, Monk versus Knight Priestess. What if we had a really takey team of the Knight Priestess? That's not good enough, apparently. 1 kill is all it takes. Yeah, they definitely tank it, but Swordsman running away with that damage. Weekly activity. Let's get that streaming going again. Goatsy, how you doing? Alrighty. And we're gonna go and proceed on to the next week. Pretty soon that's everything. Did I combination test? Alrighty, you need to submit a roster of players who will participate in the first half of the league. Turn these off, turn select these two. Alrighty, please don't spam in the chat. That accomplishes nothing. Alrighty, so required responses, message box. You finish selecting. You need at least 2 players must be registered, a maximum of 3. I feel like I should at least have a character that can play fighter. But monk's pretty good. Chalito, how's it going? Trying to join Discord, but the link is broken. And how are you? Yeah, give me one moment. Alrighty, there we go. I'm doing all right. On the side, we're just relaxing, playing a slightly different game. Tomorrow, of course, we're going to be doing Polytopia basically all day. But you said that the link was broken. Are you sure about that? Because I'm pretty certain I had created a invite that, edit invite link. Never. Generate new link. Copy. Give me a moment. Apparently it was, yeah, it's this one's broken. Give me a moment. Oh. Boom. Update. There we go. It should be updated, so it should be working just fine now. What are we bringing? Apple for the fighter in the night? Or I feel like having a good monk character is pretty important for this. Yeah, I'm doing all right. It's just it's been one heck of a week. You know, a lot's happened on my end. Not really anything I want to talk about, but honestly, I'm looking forward to the Polytopia stream tomorrow. I'm just trying to wind down a little bit and relax. I have a strong knight character that's a really good tank. You know what? Fighter's also just really good. We're gonna go and submit it with Apple. That is gonna be our roster. But yeah, Chalito, we can actually have you as a member of the team. I'm sure you're gonna be one of the big ones, but we can actually change one of these characters' names to your name. Is there anybody want to Diaz, I recommend either being Yukal, that's a really strong assassin fighter, or Gaguri, that's going to be a really strong ranged player. The new linking isn't working either. That is crazy. Really? Let me... I'm gonna edit this. Link is there. It should be working. Yeah. Definitely try refreshing the page, because the new link should start with a W after the discord.gg. It's not that one, then I'll try it again. Yeah. May want to just try that again. We're going to move on forward. Did I combination test? New test. I do have a test for the week. I want to try Swordsman Priestess versus a Fighter Monk. Is the Swordsman strong enough to just survive against the Fighter Monk, though? Yeah, because the Priestess is just staying safe. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's it. Just myrtleizes them. Alrighty. Yeah, so Swordsman and Priestess will work just fine. Looks like we have choices. Hey! Chilito, you made it! There we go. But, yeah, let's see. Let me make sure I finished everything for the week. We're hurting on money, but our biggest thing we're going to be trying to accomplish is our sponsor achieve using Priestess. We're going to be picking Priestess, Knight, or Monk at least 9 times throughout the season, so it doesn't matter how many times we win or lose, we'll still be able to get the sponsorship goal. So we're going to go ahead and move on, because combination test. I just closed Discord, it seems to work perfect. Oh, you know what I should have done is look to see what kind of characters my opponents would be playing. We'll figure that out in a moment. But I have a plan that we're going to be jumping into. We got our 3 players. We're going to be playing against the Angry Anchors. We're definitely going to be swapping in Gaguri. Yukal's going to be our MVP, as far as I can tell, but Gaguri with his Gale and Clutch Hitter, attempts for weaklings, where they really just want to assassinate the weaker of the 2 enemies, is going to be a pretty big deal. Right. The enemy picks first. I think I just need to get rid of Swordsman because I think it's just too strong. I should have planned for this. Ninja. Well, we're going to be going with a... I got Gimp, but the next day, my Chromebook... I got Gimp, but the next day my Chromebook that I got, I decided it was over. It won't... Dang. It won't charge. That is highly unfortunate. I'm going to pick up Monk here. Ninja and Fighter. Wow. That is... So Ninja is going to absolutely destroy Priestess. So I think I need to go with Archer. And we're going to leave everyone as they are. Yeah, I'm hoping to bring in a shop next month. I hope everything works out. No instructions on the ults. We're just gonna ult early. Yeah, and we're now on a cycle where the enemy's gonna start killing off all my team pretty quickly. Alright, my team's ultimates have gone off. The Archer is being cut completely out, and the Monk is doing its best to tank all the hits. Unfortunately, my team is just way too fragile to deal with this combination of enemies we've got going. But now we know the pick order of everything. I've never seen this game before. It's called Teamfight Manager. It's very interesting. It's a game that tries to emulate a MOBA, where as you're playing through, it kind of auto-balances itself. Yeah, so we got 7 kills. Our opponent got 11. So we definitely lose the first set. So we're going to have to win the next 2. Please ban Ninja in the next max. Tricky to fight against. You got it, UCal. We're going to go ahead and keep the same roster. Apple's really just a backup. This is just simulating a MOBA game. So I get to ban first, and my guy really wants me to ban Ninja. So I'm going to make him happy and ban Ninja. And we're going to immediately first pick Swordsman. Different game, but you quit Zully emoji. Just kidding. Yes, that's our team logo. Honestly, the Swordsman Priestess combination I think was gonna work really well against the Monk Fighter. So we're gonna go ahead and just pick a Priestess, and that should do just fine. And the enemy goes with a Shrine Maiden. Alrighty. Well, our characters are really set up with the best kind of characters they can have. We also got to remember UCal actually has this fragile mentality, so if it starts to lose, then he's just going to be playing worse. Oh no! Oh, and wastes the ultimate. Jumping all the way through and hitting absolutely nothing. UCal just throwing that out of the gutter, but as we're currently in a massive lead, UCal's getting a big boost to his performance rate, absolutely slaughtering all of the foes that he's having to go against. Ultimate going out from the Shrine Maiden, and the fighter combination immediately bringing down the Crisco team. Swordsman diving straight for that fragile Swordsman, the fragile Shrine Maiden, and it looks like we're going to be taking the second set. But not before the Angry Anchors get one more kill. Which means whoever wins this last set is going to be winning the match. Be great if we could win this one. I did really bad this match. Gaguri as your support. Seems like you know your mistakes, no need for me to say more. So honestly, I thought he played alright. It was really UCal that actually jumped out into the middle of anything. However, Gaguri, with Clutch Hitter now coming into play. Since we're in the final set of the match, we ended up going all the way to the very end. All of his stats are going to be boosting by 20. And honestly, whatever character we really pick up for Gaguri, he's going to absolutely destroy the enemy. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the final one. And honestly, I may try to pick up Assassin for UCal, because Assassin's a fantastic pick with Yukal's build and mindset. If we grab Knight, or if we ban Knight, we can make it to where... Oh, but what's my counter? What's the counter to Swordsman? Oh, this one's going to be tricky. Because I feel like if I don't ban Swordsman, the enemy's just going to pick it up. So what if we leave up both Ninja? Yeah, we'll just leave up both Ninja and Swordsman. We're going to get rid of the Monk. Picking up Swordsman for Yukal, giving him a boost in confidence, and followed up with a... Archer, honestly, would be pretty good. It helps keep the distance against the Ninja. The idea is really to go Priestess. Because Priestess will keep the distance well against the Ninja. Oh, the double kill coming from Yukal with his ultimate. That Ninja constantly jumping on top of Gaguri, trying to get that assassination in, but Gaguri, way too defensive in the plays, able to protect himself with those shields. Oh, the timings are just working real poorly. The combo comes out from the Angry Anchors, ultimates coming in, and now Yukal is completely tilted. Can they secure a couple more kills? No! Oh! That Ninja absolutely keeping Gaguri way preoccupied. And Yukal getting tilted. Throwing the match. And that is the game. In the end, we still get a few rewards, so we'll be able to get some equipment later, but that was really close, putting us in 5th place in the Bronze League. But yeah, so that was the first match. Next one's going to be against the Comic Captains. Let's try combination tests. So the one that destroyed us was that Ninja Knight. Honestly, a pretty interesting combination. I do feel like the Swordsman was a pretty good pick, but honestly, Fighter may be a little bit better. We'll go Swordsman... Archer? Because that was the other thing I was considering, is picking up the Archer. So how would that have potentially done? Because the Swordsman Archer is pretty heavy DPS. The biggest thing I'm worried about is just the Ninja is doing way too much to that Archer. Honestly, it's the Swordsman that died the most. I should have gone Archer, apparently. Oh well, we'll do that next time. So let's take a little look into the Comic Captains. Competition, team statistics, Comic Captains. We were playing against the Angry Anchors, which were actually the weakest of all the enemy teams. We've got XPK, who commonly likes to play. They actually won last time. Completely destroyed it with the Fighter, Swordsman and Fire Shrine Maiden combo. So they like to play Fighter, so I don't really plan on playing Fighter. I guess I'll just go ahead and ban the Fighter out. See how that works. Is there anything else I can do? Training-wise, Yukal. We can actually have Yukal focus purely a lot more on that Swordsman. In Gaguri, I really want you to focus on that Priestess. That Priestess is going to be pretty good. Alright. Moving on to the next match. We're now going to be playing against the Comic Captains. I feel like I can probably balance the audio and bring it up a little bit. We'll do that after this one. We're going to keep it as the same team. Our biggest enemy we have to deal with really is XPK, who is quick cast, who casts all their abilities quickly. condition. They're optimistic, so he's never gonna go below the smell of blood. Every single time he gets a kill, attack increases by 2 every time a player kills the enemy. Alrighty, so we gotta just not let them start to snowball. In other words, a healing stall comp would be a lot wiser. We get the first ban, and we're gonna go ahead and ban the fighter off. And I think I'm better. Oh, they took the archer. So do we take the priestess first? Nah, we're gonna take. I think I want to try ninja. Let's go ahead and try that ninja out. Swordsman. Alrighty. Knight actually does very well against Swordsman because of how tanky he generally is with that massive defense. Monk, though, recovers a fixed amount of AP for him and nearby allies. Yeah, we're gonna go with Knight so he taunts the enemy. Knight's also a good counter against the ninja, so I'd rather not have that happen to me. So ninja's generally better against an enemy that's going to have a really weak backline, which unfortunately is not going to be happening in this game. But that ninja going to be doing a lot of damage thanks to his optimism. And with the early combo going off with their ultimates, oh! I was about to say, puts our ninja in a very strong spot, but the knight now taking a lot of hits. He's going to be able to start jumping behind enemy lines. Knight immediately trying to taunt off the enemy's swordsman. Oh man, this one's really close down to the wire. That bleed, though. Monk's doing a lot of damage. Maybe I should have considered the monk. Yeah, next time we'll consider the monk. No! Barely loses by 1. I think it was really just down to the monk prevented us doing what we needed to do. That, or it was more so the enemy had the swordsman on their side. We lost because of me, I'm sorry. Your opponent being sorry doesn't change the thing. The opponent's just darn good, honestly. So, we're still going to go ahead and ban that fighter. Because we have no characters that like to... Okay, then. What if we just ban that knight? I have a feeling the enemy's just going to first pick ninja. Yep. Allowing us to grab the swordsman. Then they're going to either get the monk. Oh, they're going to go with archer. Well, that lets me go with the monk. Have a very strong front line team going. So now we can just absolutely destroy their archer. My team has to run all the way over to the other side, but if we could back their archer into a corner and make my team have to do less of the running, that'd be great. Because honestly, that's what we're having to deal with. And now, our team is very tanky right out of the gate, and we're going to be able to start spawning and killing the enemy. And we're in the exact position that we need to be in. If we can kill the enemy before the ultimate goes off, never mind. It's barely going to be a kill, and both my players are dead set and jumping straight to that back line. Really need to consider being able to get that ninja. Because that'll allow us... Oh, I need to go. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Cholito. No, you're great. Now we're 1-1. That Ninja is real brutal. May come back. No, we'll be streaming for a couple hours just to relax. Performance of Swordsman's was top notch. It's a living nightmare to your opponents. Brimming with overconfidence. This is that moment where we should have Gaguri pick up Archer. We are definitely going to be banning the fighter. Or maybe I should have banned Knight. I'm going to go ahead and pick up that Ninja. Enemy's going to pick up Swordsman. We are going to pick up Archer. The enemy picks up the Knight. Pyromancer! That is not a good pick into the Ninja. With this, we now get to start spawn camping the enemy. As all of our team is really well established and set up specifically to be picking off the weaker. Oh, with the ultimate from the Swordsman, destroys the team. Archer killing off with our Ninja to just jump onto the enemy backline. Honestly, the clutch hitter from Gaguri with that Archer is absolutely destroying the enemies. 18-9. That actually puts Crisco into 4th place with the Angry Anchors. Statistically, the weakest team besides Crisco actually finding themselves on top. Surprisingly, Careful Cats losing 2-0. This month's training, Yukal and Gaguri. Yukal has gotten all of his stats improved, ever so slightly. Putting our team in a much better position. We're going to have to be checking sponsorship. The Hider Express. Currently, we're at 5 of the 9 times. Combination test. So, Ninja Swordsman versus Knight Monk. Is that good enough to deal with it? Because Ninja just jumping onto the backline is really scary, but in theory, both the Knight and the Monk can't be killed by the Ninja very well. It's just dealing with that Swordsman so much damage. Hey! It's just barely good enough. So we have a way to counter the Ninja and the Swordsman. That is 2 specific characters, though. Does make that pretty tricky. Go and save. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and set someone's squad. Yukal is going to be Chilito. Change. Close that up. System save. Alrighty. And of course, if anybody wants their a character named after them, don't spam the chats in a toxic way, but at least just stop by and say hello. We'll get you into the Crisco team. So we're going to be dealing with the active albatrosses. Competition, team statistic. Oh, they're the ones, they're actually having a lot of issues. They've only been able to win with swordsmen. So in other words, you just got to be dealing with Jurgsen. He's going to be our main person to be fighting against. We got to be careful about a potential swordsman. In other words, I think we just play around the current 2v2 meta. Cholito's actually having a pretty bad week, but I don't think that really is going to be a reason to bring Apple in. You'd have to... So I don't know exactly how much mentality actually affects all the stats. So we're just going to go ahead and deal with Kaguri and Cholito versus Sika and Bjergsen. We do get first pick. And if I want to consider picking Ninja, gotta get rid of that Knight. So that's what we're going to do. So the enemy gets rid of the fighter. We're going to be grabbing the Ninja, as they are the best for being able to jump onto the enemy backline. And then our second character is going to be Priestess, in order to support that Ninja. Yes. This is probably a mistake. But, dang. Oh, the ultimate gets wasted all the way in the back line, but shields are being able to cycle through with the priest. Oh, and the double kill! Cholito's Infragile mentality is absolutely not having any of it. That monk's just way too good against that ninja as well. Way too tanky, heals and deals a decent amount of damage. I focused way too much on picking up a character that synergized with Guguri's skills. Next time, we're just going to go ahead and grab that monk. So I was really worried about the fact that attempts for weaklings would make it to where they die for the back line, but honestly, that's probably what was more necessary for our team. Please assign me a champion who would be more proactive. Okay, let's give it a go. We're going to be trying again. This time, the enemy has first pick. Actually puts us in a bad spot. Bjergsen's also has a really good... We're going to get rid of... We could still pick up Knight, honestly. I'd like to get a very tanky team going. Maybe I just get rid of... We're going to get rid of Solar... Yeah, we're going to get rid of the Swordsman, because the enemy has first pick. I'd rather them first pick Ninja. Yep, and then we're going to first pick that Knight. Get the Fighter. I think the Fighter's just a tad bit too fragile. We're going to get the Knight. They go with the Fighter. And we're going to go ahead and... Well, they have the Ninja. Do we go Shrine Maiden? I think Shrine Maiden is just too fragile. Archer? Archer's a good pick against... Well, it's not a good pick, but it's an okay pick, because it'll survive against the Ninja. We'll do that. Because it has a chance to jump back. See, that's the whole thing, is the Archer can dive backwards, and then the Knights can taunt the enemy, and make it to where... Alright, so that was a wasted ultimate. We need to disable the early ultis, because we're not playing an aggressive team. You need to remember to do that. Boom! Oh, it's 5-5. It's gonna be really close. 7-6. If that Archer can get enough damage going, kill off that Fighter. Is the Fighter dead? Come on, kill the Ninja. Overtime, first kill. It's gonna be, oh, the active Albatrosses gets their first win. That is unfortunate. 0-2, not a good week, putting us all the way in 7th. Do get quite a few rewards. But we are now halfway on the meta-analysis. So how to counter the swordsman? You pick ninja. 3 wins, 8 losses. Let's see, the fighter. How to counter the fighter? You pick swordsman. Really, what the heck? Actually, like, number 1, meta champion, swordsman, it just destroys everything. What counters the fighter? The swordsman. What counters the monk? The swordsman. Dang. Oh. Yeah, so it's going to be very warrior heavy for a while. Swordsman monk, swordsman fighter, basically just swordsman right now. But here's the patch, and this is automatically generated by the game and how all of the matches have been going. The Pyromancer has been buffed, her attack has been brought up to 55. The Shrine Maiden, her attack speed has been buffed by nearly 20%, going to 1.18 attacks per second. That is really fast. The Priestess, her cooldown for her shield has actually been decreased, so that is a buff. The Knight's defense has been buffed. The Archer's ability has been decreased on cooldown by 20%. The Ninja's attack speed has also been increased by 0.3. That is an insane buff to already probably one of the most scariest characters in the game. That was a mistake on the game's generation standpoint. The champions that were nerfed was the monk was nerfed. He has a lot less defense and is no longer nearly as tanky. The fighter's defense was also nerfed by roughly the same amount, and the swordsman has a lot less HP. Honestly, the fact that the swordsman has a lot less HP, it makes a big difference. It's actually a bigger buff to the ninja. So the ninja is going to be the scariest thing in this entire league at this current point of time. First, let's take a look at the calendar. Game ranking schedule. Recruitment period is coming up on week 2. The main thing I'm trying to look out for is improving the facility to level 2, but then I'd like to be able to get scouts. Rising Stars would be better, but we don't have nearly enough money. About 2 more weeks, and then if I go to recruitment, and then for the scout dispatchment, highly ranked players, semi-pro league with promising future, it takes 3 weeks. Then let's look at our schedule. 1, 2, 3. We can get at least 1 good scout player, but we just got to save our money for a little bit. So what I would like to do is combination test. So test ninja. Honestly, just ninja and knight is going to be really scary to deal with. Swordsman and archer, it's not good enough. Swordsman fighter. Start that test, because swordsman fire is a generally good team. That ninja should be able to just destroy everything, especially if the enemies get staggered. But the swordsman and fire are still just strong enough. That swordsman no longer destroying everything in DPS. Ninja is able to do most of the damage, but probably something else besides the knight would be a better thing to combo it up with. Yeah, so if we look at champion information, the ninja has an increased attack speed, and win rate's only at 41%. That doesn't feel like what it should be, but I suppose so. We also just look at team statistics. We just look at Crisco, Cholito, 66 win rate with the swordsman, 33, just never won with the knight, never won with the monk. The ninja, not performing kill deficits, it's just not performing as well as it really should. Gaguri, 100% on monk, archer, priestess are kind of just but hey, that archer doing solid. Honestly, that archer may still be the way to go. Maybe we have Cholito pick up a tanky character like the monk and then go archer. That is a thing to consider. And then we just ban out the ninja. Honestly, I'm really scared about that ninja. I'm gonna go and save and move on. We're going to be trying to get 1 scout during the mid-league. Amateur League, Bald Bats versus Crisco. We're both pretty equal, but they're in 5th, whereas we're in 7th place. Oh, I was going to change the audio balance, because I bet you it's really quiet. Yeah, just alt tabbing over. It is the game is very quiet. Looks like their Showmaker is going to be the main character we're going to be afraid of. Movement speed is increased. That's true, yeah. Cholito also is a fast runner, so that is something to consider. Whenever they kill an enemy, it has increased attack speed. Yeah, that's actually pretty scary. Brother Teresa increases recovery by 10%, all stats until the first kill, so they're very strong at the very start. Smell of Blood increases their attack power as the match goes on and more people die. Alrighty, what I would like to do is they banned Fighter, so we're banning Ninja. Honestly, I think Ninja's just too strong. Swordsman's good, but it's definitely counterable. They're gonna go with Shrine Maiden. Honestly, a good pickup since Ninja doesn't exist anymore. What I'm considering, because Shrine Maiden would combo very well with swords, with the knights, not as much with the swordsman, because swordsman's not very tanky anymore, but the swordsman does a lot of damage that Shrine Maiden can't really keep up with. With the knights being picked up over there, if we go monk, that should be more than enough for us to be able to deal with the enemy. So, no ulting early, we're gonna just no instructions, and proceed on with the game. They're going to immediately dive straight for that Shrine Maiden. And hopefully the monk can keep everybody alive. Come on, monk. I need you to keep healing. Oh, there's the ulti from the Shrine Maiden. Fully healing everybody up and killing the Crisco team. But the Crisco team has their ultimates up and ready. And scoring only 1 kill on the support. But that puts Cholito in a very positive mindset, allowing them to slowly start snowballing this game. That knight is near impossible to kill. Honestly, that defense buff that the knight got is really scary to consider, as this team that's pretty strong at killing stuff is unable to kill this knight. And that knight is just tanking everything. All the Crisco has to do is avoid dying at this moment. They should be able to take the first set. Whew, man. I think I pretty much carried the team this match. Yeah, yeah, concentrate more on team play, man. You get a little too narrow-focused. Narrow-focused, what the heck? Narrow-minded. I think trying to pick up something with the ninja would be strong. Don't really like the fighter much. I have nobody that really can use them. The enemy does, so I'm gonna go ahead and ban that fighter. Ooh, priestess gets banned. I think I really want to pick up the ninja. Honestly, I feel like the ninja is just really strong, especially for Cholito. The knight gets picked up. If we don't pick up the monk, we're in big trouble. So we're going to pick up the monk for Guguri. And then they pick up the Shrine Maiden. That Shrine Maiden's going to get destroyed. It's actually the exact same team for the Bald Bats, but this time we have the ninja instead of the swordsman. Honestly, that ninja is going to keep absolutely destroying the Shrine Maiden. Oh, but the Shrine Maiden gets her ultimate off! That ninja being able to jump right on top of the enemy team. Monk, come on, keep everything alive with a heal. Ninja just jumping right on top of the enemy. The bald bats are being absolutely shredded. 7 to 1, 8 to 1. That ninja wrecking, giving the Shrine Maiden a real bad day. Yeah, they had no idea what they were doing picking the Shrine Maiden into that ninja composition. Cholito running away with this entire set nearly single-handedly, allowing the Crisco team to win 2-0. That was a very successful set right there, putting Crisco 4th in the rankings. Hopefully we'll be able to continue this win streak. Proceed all the way up through the rankings list. Successfully fulfilled the sponsors' requests. We have gotten a lot more money. 1,423 currency was rewarded for meeting the conditions of the sponsorship. That is fantastic. So that gives us everything we need to do. We're going to go to Improved Facility, get the Gaming House, and also pick up the recruitment type of Scout. With that, we are now going to go straight to Recruiting and look for a Scout ranked player. We won't be able to recruit them right away, but as soon as recruitment phase comes up, we'll be able to pick up at least 1, maybe 2 pretty strong players, or at least players that have a lot of promise. Let's check out other things we can improve in the facility. We have 1,200 gold, recruitment slots expansion. We don't have enough money to constantly recruit like that. We may just want reduced costs for recruiting. I mean, over time this will make a difference, but I don't think it makes a difference in the now. Training category, you'll now be able to set your champions category when training your champions. Strategy link, strategy execution. Weekly activity. Honestly, I'd like to get this. Weekly activity upgrades. More of these means we can get more money. And then just kind of snowball that over the time. I think I'm going to save up for weekly activity upgrades, because right now it's kind of just mediocre, but it's going to be pretty good down the road. We have plenty of time to save up for that. We actually have time. Ooh, or I really try to start setting up for equipment and getting some better equipment to use. Equipment use. So we can get stuff like improving attack speed, defense attack, or at least some mediocre stuff. Speed. Maybe. It'd be great to be able to get some equipment, but I don't think that's the top priority, even though it does buff the entire team. Our biggest concern right now is money. And one way to really help with that money is to get that weekly activities approved. We don't have anything else. Sure, we have recruitment cost reduction, but like that's 10%. We're only used that a few times throughout this entire game. Training points, bring it up to 4. I mean, slowly improve our players a little better. I think really just going with the weekly activity upgrades just going to work a lot better in our favor. Next, we're going to look at the Clever Camels. Team statistics. What are they working with? Clever Camels. Ninja at a 100% pick rate. Swordsman, 100% pick. Ninja with a 6 kill death assist ratio is really scary. Monk. Yeah, I'm thinking that Ninja Monk combination is really going to be the scariest thing to be looking out for. So let's pretend that they get the Ninja Monk. They got Ninja Monk. We got to be worrying about that back line. So we really can't be picking up Priestess. Honestly, we need higher damage. Swordsman attacks a little bit too slowly. Archer's a pretty good pick here. Archer's always a good pick against Ninja for being able to jump backwards. And swordsman. Let's try that. Would that be good enough to be able to deal with the scary ninja monk combination? They're both dying roughly the same amount. Oh, but blue side is absolutely obliterating. Yeah, that ninja's just really strong here. Ninja's just really strong. Swordsman and fighter is gonna work a lot better. But I think the fact that the monk keeps the ninja alive is the truly terrifying bit. We can't let them pick up a... I think monk is actually kind of the key point right now. Monk keeps the knight alive. Monk keeps swordsman alive, keeps the ninja alive. I think monk is not the strong character, but the fact that the monk's able to keep the team... I forgot to balance the audio again. Monk is really the troublemaker here. It's really because nothing can kill the monk fast enough. Oh, and they went ahead and banned the ninja. Do we go ahead and just ban the monk? I think we do. We're gonna get rid of fighter, because I know how to deal with swordsman. Swordsman, we can go ahead and just Shrine Maiden. Interesting. The AI is insistent that the Shrine Maiden is strong. Now, ooh, Shrine Maiden Knight. We'll go monk. This should be able to deal with everything. So, I don't know why the AI is really going for this Knight Shrine Maiden composition. Apparently, they think... I don't think they're... I think in a base setup, the Shrine Maiden Knight's probably strong. It's just this contempt for weaklings that both the Gaguri and Cholito have is the defining thing that really makes this team composition that strong. Oh man, 5-0. Yeah, it's just Shrine Maiden gets destroyed by the contempt for weaklings that the Swordsman and the Assassin have. Ooh, man, and double ultimate completely counters the Shrine Maiden ulti. Even the Knight's ultimate has gone off, and they've been unable to do anything against the fact that Cholito's just diving that back line. So we're going to continue to let them pick Shrine Maiden. This is more of a flaw kind of with the AI at this point, I guess, is they're not realizing that, hey, Shrine Maiden has a 0% win ratio against me. By the way, this is also more of a kind of a example of a game that I'm using as a reference for an inspiration for one of the games I'm currently working on. Someday, maybe I'll just do a live stream just working on the... It's a trading card game that it's going to take a few mechanics that this game has, such as it auto-balances. My performance monk was top-notch. Yeah, it was not like none other than anyone in the whole world. Yeah, Gaguri, he did buy it. Alrighty. So, at this point, oh, it's going to be our turn. We're going to just keep getting rid of that fighter, because I don't think they just really know what to do without the fighter. We're going to pick up the ninja. They pick up Shrine Maiden, so they counterpicked themselves. Fantastic. Honestly, I'm just going to pick up Monk here. And Monk is just going to keep Ninja alive this entire time. Shrine Maiden Priestess, they have absolutely no damage. Yeah, this one's just going to be a free win right here, because just completely dive bombs into the back. And Ninja is going to be absolutely destroying everybody here. Just Cholito just running around. Oh man, that is just satisfying to watch. I haven't even tried to build this team up to have them the way I want them to be. Double combo with the Monk Ninja combo. fully shielding up, so even the clone gets a much extended life, and constantly healing the clone up. That clone's still alive from the ultimate, finally just now going down 15 to 1, 16 to 1, 17 to 1. This is just a bloodbath. Do not pick two healers into an assassin composition. Healers do not fight well against assassins. But I do suppose that this is going to be Bronze League, bringing us into the second place, right below the Careful Cats. Once again, going 2-0, Crisco is on a winning streak. So we did improve our facility, and we have a little bit more space. We do have 1,400. We're going to go and save every single week. And options. There we go. Let me know if that is poorly balanced. That should at least be a little bit better. And of course, yeah, no one likes it, and they're like, hey, just have your own music. Sure, we can go ahead and do that. Squad, Cholito is running away with that assassin character. In fact, we're actually going to switch Cholito to be focusing purely on that ninja. Ninja should hopefully be getting nerfed a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. Training, Guguri. Kind of want them to still learn that Priestess really well. Even though Priestess does not combo well with the Assassin, so maybe we should just have them tank up and get more defense. Yeah, that would be better. It's not as good as learning a character, but it's better than nothing. Training. Recruitment, we've got 2 more weeks. Competition schedule, we've got 2 more weeks. That's perfect. Combination test, yeah, so that Ninja Monk combination. So Knight, Shrine Maiden versus Ninja Monk, because why are they constantly picking Shrine Maiden? Like, is Shrine Maiden really supposed to be the strong thing? Because the AI seems insistent that this is a good combination. It's really not. Even with just characters on their base stats without the dive bombing, it's just Shrine Maiden dies 5 times. That's way too much. Sure, the ninja dies quite a bit, and the monk's able to stay alive, but it's just the Shrine Maiden gets destroyed by ninja. Monk's able to help combo with the ninja and keep the ninja alive. I don't understand why the AI is doing that. I guess real player, though, I suppose it would work different. Alright, 2 Stadium versus the Careful Cats. This place, at this point, we're really just playing against the meta and not necessarily against the team. Cholito and Guguri are doing fantastic. Both have contempt for weaklings, able to dive any backline, and that's what we're really trying to focus on, is putting the enemy in a position where they have to go with a lot of backline characters. Now, Odame and Horo are not really that fantastic. Receives 10 defense penetration on effect. And the Great Mage, cooldown time decreased by 5% when using a mage, increases attack speed by 10%. Ninja, unfortunately, gets banned. I'm assuming the enemy's going to be going for Shrine Maiden, as long as we're able to first pick that Swordsman, or even a... Heck, what if the enemy first picks Swordsman? What do I go here? Monk? Archer? So here's the tricky thing. I'm trying to figure out how to deal with this Swordsman if the enemy first picks it. Knight's pretty good because of that high defense. Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of Fighter. None of my guys have experience playing as Fighter. We're not gonna worry about it. Shrine Maiden, we're first picking that Swordsman, absolutely destroying it. And a Monk to follow up. And immediately dives into the back. Interesting. Careful Cats actually received the first kill. Oh, because their players are strong. That's why. That Shrine Maiden's real strong. Dang. Let's kill off that Knight. That Shrine Maiden actually is a problem. Man. Maybe it's because of the Careful Cats with their stronger stats. And they know how to play Shrine Maiden really well, especially with Gale. Perhaps Guguri should be considering playing as Shrine Maiden. Especially on a third round. No! Yes! Oh, Crisco picks up the first one. Oh, that was way too close. Dang. That was way too close. Shrine Maiden was scary there. Man, I thought we were going to run away with that, but no. My goodness. Use my ultimate a bit better in the next match. I mean, honestly... Yeah, let's just keep our calm, because honestly, like, you used your ultimate probably in the perfect time right there that allowed the victory right there, Guguri. Well, we get first pick. So let's see if we can try to get that ninja again. Should I just ban Knight? Knight, I think, may be too defensive and combos too well with Shrine Maiden. Let's ban Knight. We're gonna go ahead and first pick that ninja. Ooh, with a Priestess follow-up, we're gonna immediately support Ninja with Monk. And then they go with the Shrine Maiden. Absolutely destroyed and counterpicked themselves. I don't think that they're gonna have any possible chance of securing any kind of kill this game. Two support characters. We've already seen this before. We're just gonna let this match play out. Oh man, but they used their ultimates. There's the combo. The clone and shield combo used by Cholito and Guguri. Shielding up the other ninja, and both of them able to immediately murder any support characters. And there you have it. Absolutely destroyed them. Oh man, Careful Cats almost winning that first set, but ends up counterpicking themselves into that Assassin. Ninja, my bad. I think Assassin's actually another character. And that actually puts Crisco into first place. Perhaps we can actually keep this up and move on to the next league in a timely fashion. We shall see. This month's training, Cholito, he's just moderately improved, but Guguri has actually gone to 13-12. And then everybody else that I'm probably going to be getting rid of momentarily, they kind of exist. We're going to go and save. Now we can go to improve facility, and we can get that weekly activity upgrade. But we can also do that next week once we know how much we're actually paying for this player. We'll see. Combination test. So Shrine Maiden Knight seems really, really scary. The Knight's able to protect the Shrine Maiden. Let's assume that Ninja gets banned. What would be the appropriate follow-up? Archer. And Pyromancer? How would that do? Yeah, Pyromancer's not that great in these 2v2 scenarios. Pyromancer's great if there's plenty of bodies to protect her. So 3v3 and especially 4v4s, she'll start to shine. But in 2v2 scenarios, that is not her time. So we're going to continue to ignore the Pyromancer at least until we're done with the first league. And we're going to be ending the first half of the season against the Broken Buffaloes. Their main player to be worrying about is going to be D-Lim. Vanguard increases all stats until the first kill, so very, very scary. That's strong against Cholito and can really tilt him quite early on in the match. Optimistic, so he's not going to be very weak, and recovery is increased. Honestly, them not getting Swordsman is really the bigger deal. I think I really just would rather ban Knight, because No Man's actually is pretty good at Knight. Without any really strong frontline characters, we first pick Ninja, so the opponent does not. They follow up with Shrine Maiden, and of course, we just pick up Monk because we know that combination absolutely. And what the... Yeah, the AI has no idea what is the correct thing to be using, but we already know. We've seen this twice before. I don't know if you've seen this episode, but I have, and spoiler alert. The Broken Buffaloes are going to get absolutely broken. Everything's probably going to be changing, though, with the upcoming balance patch. This probably is going to be the last week we get to get away with this combo of Ninja and Monk. Oh my goodness, 12-1, 13-1, 14-1. Oh wow, the ultimate's going off actually is preventing the kills. Just for a little bit. Everything changed. The healing from the Monk has actually brought Team Crisco all the way to full health. There's nothing the enemy can do. I think I pretty much carried the team this match. Cholito, you... good job. Fantastic job. Next, we're going to be just going on to the next round. Brimming with overconfidence. We're going to get rid of that Knight. I think the Knight is the biggest problem we have to deal with. Now, the enemy's going to first pick Ninja. But then we pick Monk, because we can't let them take that. The enemy's going to follow up with a Priestess. And honestly, pretty certain we just pick up Archer here. And we're going to let everybody use the best characters they are familiar with. Oh man, this was not a good idea. He needed a faster character like Swordsman. Oh man, yeah, no, Ninja's definitely the strong one. Especially, it can't ban Knight if you're going to leave Ninja open, is the bigger thing here, is we're learning. Because we knew that, if we get rid of Knight, we absolutely destroy the enemy. But you also need to leave Knight open in order to counter Ninja. Give me another chance. Trust me, I'll make for up. I'll give you another chance. I'm too nice. Clutch hitter. So Gaguri is ready to absolutely destroy anybody this match. If we can give him a good solid monk game, that should do it. So we get first ban. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of Knight in hopes to pick up Ninja. And we get the Ninja. Then they're gonna pick Shrine Maiden, followed by the Monk pick. And that does it. And there we have it. And now Cholito is brimming with overconfidence. Gonna be playing very well. It's just these insane stats we're getting from Cholito and Gaguri right here with clutch hitter and all that. It's amazing. Ten to 0, 11 to 0, 12 to 0. Oh man. Dang. I don't think there's a single thing that Broken Buffaloes could do to even hope, because that ultimate's been living a lot longer than it should have. Both the characters are still at full health. Yeah, I don't know. The AI needs to figure out that, hey, these are not the right characters to be using against this setup. That's just, it's the wrong setup. The AI should be trying different things until it finds something has more success. Why is someone screaming inside? Dang, losing that one round does put us back in second, though, because the Careful Cats went 2-0. But we have fantastic news. With this, we are now halfway through the season, and new champions have been added to the patch. We have the Sniper, who's a long-ranged character, deals a lot of damage, and the Ice Mage, great single target damage and slows down the enemy. As for our buffs and our nerfs, here's where we're currently sitting at. The Pyromancer, still seeing absolutely no play, has been buffed yet again. Attack speed has been increased to 0.61, making her do quite a lot of damage. The biggest issue is currently there's no way to protect the Pyromancer, and it's just really not good enough. Archer was really good in very specific situations, has been buffed from 42 to 54. That is basically a 25% damage increase. And she was already really strong in certain scenarios. Dang, I think Archer's gonna be really scary this patch. Swordsman somehow gets buffed. Didn't really see as much play as I think the computer was expecting, and the attack speed was increased to compensate for the reduction in his health from earlier. The Monk was deemed not strong enough somehow, and his defense was increased almost back to where it previously was, to 36, so it's only down by 4 points now. Whereas the Priestess got nerfed. Apparently the Priestess was doing too much, and has been brought down to 17. Shrine Maiden, also considered to be doing a little too much, actually gets nerfed and nearly fully reversed in her stats. Ninja gets nerfed. His HP was deemed too high and down to 71. That's okay. He's still going to be just as fine. And the Fighter also got nerfed. I would have no idea why, because I never saw any play, because I banned it every game. Starting this week, we can now freely recruit new players, and with that, we're gonna need some new names. We're at 1700. How much is our new player gonna cost us? Well, we have currently by the name of Ming, but oh man, they're quite expensive. So we're not going to be able to buy everything I would want to buy. Improve facility. So I can't buy this weekly activity upgrade. Because if I go to weekly streaming, Chilito actually having quite a bit of fans still is barely going to be making us any money. So even if I was able to get it, it wouldn't be worth it because I'd like to attempt to get 2 players. So what else are we going to be doing? Improve facility, level 3 costs 800. Sponsor slot. Ooh, sponsor slots would be good. More training points, recruitment. I'm not really seeing anything that's really going to be worth much. Do we go ahead and just get reduced recruitment cost? Because right now that's going to reduce the recruitment by about 35 gold on this one, and then another 35, and that just doesn't pay for itself. It really doesn't. I think we go ahead and pick up craft equipment. Execute strategy linked with ultimates. Strategy regarding allies' distance. Ooh, that one's actually pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and get craft equipment. We're gonna go ahead and start crafting. Currently owned 11, 10 gold upon purchase. That's fine. We're just gonna put 1 of each. So I'm not expecting anything fantastic. I don't really know the whole deal on how to craft with this, but right now we really just need some cheap stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. Because we just need equipment. Recruitment! Alright, we need a name. Anybody want a name? We'll give it a little bit. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and recruit the Great Mage. Cooldown time increased when using a mage, so really we're gonna want to have him trained into a mage. Hidden potential reduces all stats by 10, but increases stats every 2 seconds in the match. Which can be really strong, especially in the late game, allowing some comeback potential. Honestly, Ming's gonna be pretty good. I want a name. Alrighty, well, you are now going to be Ming. And by Ming, we're gonna go and recruit. We're gonna search for another scout character. And training, well, squad. I'm gonna go ahead, change name. Ming, you're no longer Ming, you're Hurry Poyo. Alrighty, welcome Hurry Poyo onto the team. So you're gonna be really good as a mage. Training, Hurry Poyo. But we're gonna go ahead and squad. These guys we're not gonna be using. We're gonna go ahead and fire them. Oh, fire. Broken Blade, fire. And Apple. We should always have at least 4 people. I think I should always at least have 4 just in case. Well, the next one's just gonna be 3v3, not 4v4. It's not gonna suddenly jump to 4v4, so we're gonna get rid of Apple. There we go. So that way we have a much more limited team. Training-wise, Hurry Poyo. Category designation. We don't have the facility for that yet. And we're going to try to get 1 more person, so we're not going to be able to afford that. So we're just going to train you into having an improved attack for now. Weekly activity, streaming, or special training actually. Poyo, how much would it cost? 10 to force the attack to improve. No, let's go back. Mental training. Let's give you a new trait. All traits. I want to keep hidden potential, really. Great Mage is pretty good, too. But we don't have 2,000 in order to get that, so we're just going to do streaming and Hurry Poyo! You're going to get yourself an audience. Failure! Alrighty, well. Fine. Combination test. So the sniper deals a lot of damage, attacks really, really far. Is really, really good at just dealing single target. If we could protect it, that'd be great. So for instance, if we do something like Knight and Sniper versus, we're just gonna try like Swordsman and Shield Maiden. Let's see how that does. So yeah, Sniper, tons of damage, absolutely shredding the enemy, especially since that Swordsman has no health to defend himself with. Yeah, Sniper, 11 kills, pretty terrifying. We'll have to consider the Sniper on future matches. Proceed to the next schedule because we did our combination test. But now, was it the Sniper that's strong, or was it the fact that it was being protected by the Knight? It's probably the latter. You must renew the contract with the team after the season ends. Contract renewal is 733. Right. Interview has been requested. The Brandolph Beck, reporter from Party News. Crisco is on a winning streak these days. Do you think you will advance to the finals? If the players maintain their skills, it is certainly worth trying. I think so too. I agree with the coach. No players showed any negative feedback, so everybody is in full agreement that they think we can make it. Management. Going to equipment, check results. We have a Sun Cap headset. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and craft some more. We're going to continue crafting kind of these lower quality stuff, but that is perfectly fine. Weekly activity, streaming, hurry poyo. Try that again. Success! And save that. Recruitment, 2 more weeks. Combination test. So, would something like the Sniper and Swordsman be strong enough? Let's consider the fact that the enemy picks the Knight and the Shrine Maiden. That's not good enough. We really need that ninja. Yeah, the ninja's very much very much needed in this case. Because the Sniper's not strong enough to deal with that Knight's insane defense, boosted by the Shrine Maiden. Because the Shrine Maiden makes it where the Knight deals constant AoE damage and is also healing him up. Okay. It is a very strong team composition. Management. Let's get new equipment. Oh, we got a legendary Necromancer Champion Mastery. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and wear those for the team. But, yeah, that's really cool. I prefer to be getting more stuff like the Sun Cap, where stats are, because we don't even have access to the champion called the Necromancer. That is something we're definitely going to consider down the road. Weekly activity, streaming, hurry poyo! Keep it up! Fantastic. Combination test. We're going to try this again. Shrine Maiden Knight. It's just Ninja. I mean, Ninja Monk we know works, but what if for some reason Monk gets banned, especially since it just got buffed? Sniper? Is Sniper good enough? I think it's really just the combo of Ninja and Monk. It's really, really strong. Now, if the enemy staggers these two to death, then that's an issue. Yeah. Oh my goodness, but it barely wins, so it's kind of a toss-up from what we can tell. That's what that tells us. I'd rather have a steamroll. Proceed to the next week. Alrighty, this month's training, Cholito improves, is now 15-14. Hurry Pollo, making moderate progress on improving their attack. Gaguri also goes +1/+1 and improves their priest skills. That'll come in handy later. Team recruitment, we have another new character. This one starts off with a ninja as one of them, so it could be a potential replacement for Cholito. But they are life of the party, increases allies' condition by 1 level upon participating in the match. Relief pitcher, so Viper's going to be a fantastic one as a support for the larger like 3v3 and 4v4s. Relief pitcher reduces all stats by 10 if the player participated in the match from the start, increases by if the player participates as substitute. Alrighty, so they are an excellent substitute character. Interesting. We're gonna go ahead and recruit them, and of course, if anybody wants a character named after them, you know, just feel free to say hello. We're gonna go ahead and recruit Viper. And let's look at the schedule. Right now, we can't even afford renewing everybody is the biggest issue. We're gonna go ahead and check for the results. Mage Champion Mastery, fantastic. Get another one. Mage Champion. We're not even using any mages right now, so we're not gonna worry about it. Training for Viper, they are a relief, and honestly, I think I'm just gonna have them boost their defense. Just somebody who's just generally gonna be strong and not quite a survivalist. We'll make them better later. Weekly activity, streaming, Hurry Pollo! You're gonna continue to be our streamer. Fantastic, made 40 monies. Renewal fee. There's a good chance we're gonna be getting rid of Gaguri, who's been doing fantastic, don't get me wrong. But we can't afford everybody. We gotta be very careful with where we spend our money. Alright, save, combination test, new test. Is there anything else we could do against that Knight and Shrine Maiden? The biggest issue we're dealing with is the Knight is just way too defensive right now. Just look at its stats, 70 defense. Shrine Maiden is actually kind of just average on all their stats, as they were reverted where they originally were. Assassin is not as strong as they used to be, or Ninja, so just Ninja and Monk. It's still good enough to deal with the Knight. Shrine Maiden, or should I just really focus on getting rid of that Knight? So I think that Knight's going to be a problem. Nope, it's definitely countered by Ninja Monk. Works for me. Proceed to the next schedule. We're not going to worry about doing any more recruiting, so we need to save all of our money, and we wouldn't be able to recruit them early enough. Anyways, let's get some new pieces of equipment, and we're going to continue to just make something new every single week. Hey, vertical mouse! That's perfect. Craft something new. Okay. Close. System save. Weekly activity. More streaming. Hurry Pollo. Keep it up. Because eventually we're going to be getting rid of the other ones once they are obsolete. And combination test. So that's another potential issue that we're gonna have to deal with. So why is the Shrine Maiden Priestess even being considered? Let's just go with, what about just Swordsman Fighter? Just, could it even deal with the Swordsman Fighter? I'm pretty certain just Shrine Maiden Priestess is just bad and the AI is being bad against me. I'm trying to understand why it's picking up Priestess. competition. So champion statistics of the whole season. Swordsman is absolutely dominating. Ninja is only at 55%, but honestly, it's been picked basically every game. Same thing with Fighter, and Swordsman is ranking amongst the top as well. Looks like Ninja is dealing the most damage. Monk, of course, tanking the most. Priestess, Shrine Maiden being great there. Knight being banned the most. That actually makes most sense to me. But I'd love to understand. So is there champion information? Is there anything that tells like how they're pairing up against certain champions? Champion statistics. That's the exact thing I just looked at. I don't see anything that's gonna help me here. Alright, this is last week to recruit, but that's okay. Let's get our equipment. Ooh, tank top. That's actually more useful than this legendary necromancer outfit. Attack speed plus 1%. Stack all those up. That can be pretty darn strong. Alright, time to do that streaming. Hurry, poyo. Let's continue to get that fan base. Can't remember if there's a trait for having to improve that. That'd be great if we could. Alright, combination test. Shrine Maiden Fighter. How does that do against a very tanky team like Monk? Even though I would never pick it. Especially with my team. No, I really should have picked Swordsman or something. Yeah, I should have picked Swordsman. Yeah, so this gets obliterated, but I ended up learning nothing out of this, unfortunately. Oh well, my mistake. Proceed to the next schedule. Now it's time for us to keep all of our guys. We're definitely going to be grabbing at least, so we're going to be picking up Viper, Chalito, Pollo, and Viper. Gaguri, it is probably time for you to retire. We're gonna have to save up all of our money to 1100, fortunately. Assassin, Champion Mastery, we're gonna wear that. Because the ninja's an assassin, if I recall correctly. Let's champion information in assassins. Yep, it's the ninja. It's our main go-to. Save. And we're gonna fight against the Angry Anchors. We have a pretty solid understanding about where the meta stands, and we're gonna continue to try to run away with our current team composition. We are in a solid position, ain't gonna lie. We're definitely going to want to be picking up some all-stars, though. It's going to be quite expensive, but we're going to have to just save up for a while. So relief pitcher, you're going to start off as a substitute, and Chalito and Hurry Pollo is going to do the first round. Because after this, then we can substitute in and have a very strong second match onwards. We're going to ban that knight in hopes of picking up that ninja. And we have managed to successfully first pick that ninja. Shrine Maiden to be an excellent follow-up for us. They pick the Schwartzman. Great Mage. Honestly, Shrine Maiden's really good here. Probably gonna go Fighter. Ooh, they pick up Archer. Alrighty. Well, we're gonna figure out how this works. Oh, man. Archer does too much damage. Way too much damage on that Archer. Oh my goodness, I underestimated that Archer. Shrine Maiden doing what I want him to do. But But that is such a burst composition the enemy's going with. Really terrifying. Really close match, actually. Ooh, and the ultimates from the swordsmans goes off, bringing this everything to 11 to 10. The burst potential from the swordsman archer is insane in this current scenario. 14 to 2, though. Crisco takes the first match. That hidden potential from Hurry Pollo, though. Really fascinating. Shalito, you're going to be swapping out with Viper. I am not sure if I'm doing well. Too much humility is a bad thing. Alrighty. Well, the Viper now has full confidence. And Shalito, you've been doing fantastic, but Viper, it is time for you to carry. Priestess gets banned right from the get-go. Now, we gotta keep that knight open. If we don't keep that knight open, that ninja may get first picked. That would be a pretty bad thing. In this case, I feel like I would rather... Swordsman does have a really high win ratio, but I think if they go as Swordsman, we just go ninja. Oh, but then they go knight. But then we can go monk, and then we just destroy the swordsman. Alrighty, let's just get rid of fighter to get rid of all that. And then if Shrine Maiden is picked, archer. Oh, right, archer's really strong right now. Oh, no. Honestly, ninja right here. Ninja with Viper. And they pick the monk in order to get rid of one of the big problems on the enemy team. I could pick swordsman. So that way both Hurry Pollo and Viper are playing with their main characters, and that should be able to absolutely destroy the enemy. And then it's just a kill race. Alrighty, so Hurry Pollo starting off a lot weaker, but as the match goes on, is going to be boosting up with confidence. Brimming with overconfidence. Oh man, the healing potential from that monk and the archer's burst damage. The archer just does way too much damage. We definitely undervalued the archer's potential. We've completely forgotten about its burst and the fact that we have no healing, no protection. Oh, the double kill though from Hurry Pollo. A fantastic follow-up. The longer this match goes on, the more of an advantage Crisco's team's going to have. However, the Angry Inkers are not letting them get that foothold, setting a beautiful set of ultimates up, putting Crisco into a terrible position. 11 to 10, and the burst from the archer is going to be too much. 13 to 10 for the Angry Inkers. Alrighty, well the archer is a problem. The archer is definitely a problem. Which palette are we playing the next match? Play aggressive. We gotta deal with that archer. And by deal with the archer, we're probably gonna ban it. So Viper, because of relief pitcher, is doing okay. Hurry Pollo's doing great. Honestly, we keep everything the way it is. You still got to be focusing on team composition. Stats are an important thing, but strong team comp is more important. So let's focus on protect the archer. We're going to ban... do we go archer, monk, and response as well? I think we get rid of... Yeah, that archer's just way too strong. I want to make it harder for them to kill the archer. We're going to go ninja. We're going to get rid of that ninja. And we're going to first pick that archer. I think archer is just too strong. They go with fighter. That should be just fine. As I am actually expecting a monk should be an appropriate follow-up for our tanky front line. And they follow up with a priestess for their back line. That should actually be good. Oh, the strong potential of that archer. Way too much burst damage. But the extreme healing from that priestess is coming in clutch. However, the monk is able to be protecting himself just long enough, slowly bringing his life all the way back to full with a well-timed ultimate. Priest hasn't died. Oh, spoke too soon. The priest has finally died a single time, and the archer gets one shot. The archer's triple attack for attack, jump back attack, and attack deals a lot of burst damage. Way too much for that priestess to deal with, even on these 2v2 scenarios. You need a more tankier characters such as the knight in order to survive. That allows Crisco to take it and get away with another win. Careful Cats actually loses their match 2-0. That puts Crisco at the top of the league. It's actually fantastic to see. We acquired the ninja suit. Check it out. Oh, fantastic. I think it's because we used the ninja enough. Out of everything, Cholito has gained 1 point in defense, learning how to play a little bit more defensively, and everyone else is still trying to get their bearings. Check results. Ooh, +2 attack on the coat. Ninja Champion Mastery +3. Honestly, I think that's really where we want to grow. We're just going to continue to reroll over and over and over again. Squad-wise, I think we're going to go ahead and get rid of Kaguri. You did great, but not going to be needed on the team anymore. And we're going to need to save that money. So we only need 1,000, and we're just a tiny bit behind. But when it comes to the schedule-wise, we've got a couple more weeks before it's all over. So we've got plenty of time to get enough money. We could have saved that other player, but we're not using them. We're going to be getting another player first before we even consider it. Let's see, champion statistics. Shrine Maiden, this patch actually had a 100% win ratio. Love to know what Shrine Maiden played against. Massive kill death ratio. Archer destroying it on the leaderboard. Really definitely have an idea of what counters the archer. And monk is also the other big pick rate. So the biggest thing we gotta worry about is the archer, followed up by something strong in the front, such as, let's just say a knight. You know what? The monk. I actually think that was a really strong combination there. Would a ninja... Would a ninja Shrine Maiden do it? Nope, Ninja Shrine Maiden's way too fragile. Shrine Maiden needs a more tankier unit in order to really make it excel. Yeah, that archer is way too strong for save. In other words, don't let him get both monk and archer at least, or maybe we can get both monk and archer. Got a lot of things to be considering for this patch. Yeah, that archer, way too buffed at this current moment. Cosmic Captains is currently dead center at 4th place with 4 wins, 4 losses versus Crisco. We've currently only lost 2 of our games. And Cholito, you're in the first round. Right, XPK. It's their strong one we gotta deal with. Bando, I hope to get an archer. We get an archer. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Hey, you want a character named after you? Because I do have a player on the team that is a default name. We can name after you, Bando. They get first pick. I'm gonna get rid of that archer. I don't think it's worth risking it. I think that archer is just too strong. They're gonna go with the monk. Ooh. Sure, why not? Absolutely. Sounds good. I would honestly be terrified if... Oh, but if they get knight, then ninja's gonna be absolutely useless here. Shrine Maiden's really strong too. But we gotta give a good character for her. We could do Shrine Maiden Knight, but we could try for that. Ninja. Oh, that was not good. Gotta go knight, right? Yeah, we gotta go with the knight. And fast runner. Gotta be this way. Oh, beautiful! Surviving the burst. Hurry Poyo is able to heal herself up, but unfortunately gets burst down by the ninja on its immediate revival. Knight's doing everything he can to protect the Shrine Maiden! Oh, but it's barely not enough. However, Cholito's completely brimming with confidence. Oh, but the combination of the monk and the ninja goes full force. Oh, did the Shrine Maiden already get the ultimate off? Oh, the ultimate got wasted by getting killed at the wrong time, and now Cholito, fragile mentality, is completely tilted for the rest of this match until they can get back to the lead, which won't be happening for a good while. And it's not going to be enough. Unfortunately, the Cosmic Captains run away with the first match. So you're going to be replacing this Viper character, and it's the perfect substitute, as this character actually has the trait where when they substitute in, they got a massive boost to their stats. Relief Pitcher reduces all stats by 10 if they start in the first one. However, if they don't start in the first one, for every single match afterwards, all of their stats are buffed by 10 instead. And boom! Cholito is wanting to play as the swordsman, but unfortunately, we really be needing the power of Viper. We're going to be trying to first pick that archer. Yeah, good luck. Thank you. We're going to be needing it. Ninja does not do well against archer in this kind of scenario. I'm not wanting to pick up Shrine Maiden. Shrine Maiden is just not good against archer anyways. Let's get rid of that knight. Knight's just way too much of a counter against the archer. I'm okay if they pick monk, because if they pick monk... Ooh, they pick swordsman. So we pick monk to follow up. And in this case, we're really going to be having Viper. You're going to be the monk to have the strongest stats, and then just over time, Hurry Poyo is going to get stronger and stronger as the match goes on. Ooh, or maybe the other way around, because Hurry Poyo has the great mage. Cooldown time decreased by 5% when using a mage. Neither one of them are mages, so nobody cares. Moving on. Let's see if we can turn this around for a win. And the burst potential from the archer, absolutely destroying it. We're seeing the ice mage for the first time. Freezing the archer right in place, making it impossible for the archer to get its attacks in. Ooh, the combos from the archer. Monk heals it up and now leading 5-3. And as the match goes on, Patrikios' stats increases, but an ultimate from the swordsman immediately killing off the Crisco team. Patrikios getting her footing, 36, 37 all stats. Everything frozen on the Crisco team from the Ice Mage. This crowd control actually coming in big. Seems to be a pretty good counter against the Monk. But 2 shots from the Archer absolutely destroys that Ice Mage. If it could survive perhaps a third, then that may be worth considering. But that is a win, going 1-1 onto the third set. My performance with Archer was top-notch, wasn't it? Yeah, they may have... they may have figured out how to counter it by now. However, we're not going to let them, because we're not letting them pick up Archer. I think Archer is just too strong right now. So we are going to be using our ban for the Archer, but that Ice Mage showed a lot of potential, and never mind, the Ice Mage has been banned. Monk has been first picked. I really don't want the enemy picking up that ninja. If I pick ninja, they can pick knights, and the ninja becomes useless in this matchup. So if we go knights, we could technically protect the sniper, and that's an option. Pyromancer. Interesting. Ow, Cleo. That hurt. That was not nice. Yeah, so we're gonna pick up Ninja. And give Viper the best character they're at. Very well practiced with ninjas. Now 56-56. It's gonna be absolutely destroying that mage. Oh man, but it took forever for Viper to activate their ability. Boom! Immediately assassinating the Pyromancer. And now that Monk is no longer able to stay alive long enough. But is quite equal at 3-3. Viper jumping in, getting way too aggressive. The ultimates from the comic captains goes off. The Knight has their ultimate. Oh, but the ninja already used theirs, so Crisco's gonna have to be coming back for a while. Hopefully they can stagger these kills just perfectly, not giving Cosmic Captains a chance to recover. Jumping in, getting almost the kill on the Pyromancer. Oh no. The Comic Captains. Oh! Oh, it's not good enough. Crisco's not able to secure the kills. Comic Captains displays a very strong composition. Definitely securing lead with the Monk, countering that ninja very well. I should have figured that out. That is my apologies. But Crisco remains in first place, and we move on to the next week. Management, let's get our new equipment. Shrine Maiden. Maybe we're just focusing too much on Ninja. It looks like they're actually able to start going with a couple of other stuff. Let's just get some generic things. Boost the attack and defense of everything by 2 instead of a single champion. It'll probably be a little more balanced. Combination test. So, what is it that we just lost to? We lost against Monk and Pyromancer. So that's an interesting combination. Let's pretend our Archer's banned again. See, Pyromancer was really strong. Maybe you should just go with Sniper? Swordsman Sniper? How would that do? Sniper does a lot of damage. Oh, okay. That's generally probably a good idea there, as the monk's not able to defend well enough. Alrighty, well, we'll keep that in mind. The active albatrosses versus Crisco, 3-6 versus 6-3. Oh, we forgot to rename Viper. Oh, shoot. I mean, I can unload and reload, but we'll pretend that it's Bando. Active albatrosses start off. We're going to ban that archer. That archer just does way too much damage. Way too much damage, has too much escape. They first pick the knight. Ice Mage? It's destroyed by Ninja, I guess. See, Fighter's gotten a couple of nerfs. I think Warrior's okay in this situation. It's just, it's not really strong is the issue. Pyromancer is pretty good, though. I need somebody that's a little more tanky, and honestly, Swordsman's probably the way to go with it. Ah, dang, they picked up the Pyromancer, but that does give us the option of picking up Ninja here. Yeah, well, Ninja's pretty good against Pyromancer, but Pyromancer just kills Ninja in 2 hits is the issue, so it depends on who gets the first couple attacks. Pyromancer is pretty strong. Priestess doesn't heal enough, is the issue. Sniper? Got a really slow team we're dealing against. Yeah, we'll go Sniper. That should do. Alrighty, Cholito immediately diving into the back. Going straight for that kill. Oh, the burst potential. Boom! The ultimate from the sniper goes through a grenade, immediately destroying nothing. Oh, and the ultimate from the Pyromancer absolutely destroying the swordsman. Putting the active Albatrosses in the lead. Yeah, that Pyromancer is actually doing quite a bit of damage. Especially against teams that clump up. Pyromancer is probably a good counter against a monk. So right now DPS is really a problem. There's no real good way to tank at the current moment. Please ban Knight. Alrighty. Well, we're banning Knight in the next match, I guess. So, out of all these, as much as I really like this monk, I feel like Pyromancer is probably just the stronger pick here. So they do pick up monk, but I feel like that's okay. Because Pyromancer deals a lot of damage to stuff in an area because of the Pyro Spirits. So who's going to be our front line? We also could just have it be Ninja, and just jump into the back. Fighter's actually a pretty good front line. I really would what the enemy do with have to pick up a fighter. I think Swordsman's probably a little better. Well, this one's a tricky state to be in right now. I would really like to be picking up the Ninja, but it doesn't really combo well with the Pyromancer. But if the enemy gets the Ninja, we're in trouble. We gotta pick up the Ninja. Alrighty, so Viper, who's actually Bando, is going to be playing as the Ninja, their favorite champ. And Huripoyo has the Great Mage, and is going to be able to use that Pyromancer's abilities a couple times faster. Honestly, we've got very strong composition here. So they're able to do a lot of burst damage. Oh, and it's not good enough. Looks like we're going to get staggered to death by the Brawler team. Oh, but maybe. Oh, no, never mind. That ain't gonna be good enough. Active Albatrosses. The Pyromancer was the wrong pick to get. Turns out Monk's just too good against the Pyromancer. Yeah, we all have proper protection. Dang, that is a huge bummer. Alrighty, well, unfortunately we went 0-2. Yeah, it was a massacre. That was not nice at all. I mean, all of our plans were thrown out the window. We'll figure it out. Alright, Archers, countered by Ninja. And by the way, the Archers won most of those in those situations. In other words, Archer's just the strongest at the moment. Monk is countered by Archer, and Knight is countered by Archer. So right now, it's just an Archer meta. Synergies! Everything with Archer, isn't it? It is! But we've started seeing a little bit more plays from Mages and Assassins. So a little bit healthier of a meta going on. But the Priestess got buffed. Her cooldown was once again reduced. She's going to be casting a lot of shields really quickly. The issue is nothing is shielded, so we're going to keep our eye on the Priestess. She's going to be really strong way later down the line. Shrine Maiden, her attack was increased. Probably pretty good, depending on how much they nerfed the other champions. Sniper cooldown is increased or decreased, so she can spam it just a little bit more. Fighter cooldown increased because apparently it was too weak. Nerfed. Ninja deals a lot less damage, and at this point I would say the Ninja is most likely dead. Swordsman, attack was reduced to 3 and does no damage. Swordsman is dead. Knight, HP was reduced a lot, so it's no longer nearly as tanky. We have no tanks anymore. What the heck is this? Archer cooldown was increased, so she can't spam her ability. The issue is she just deals too much damage. I still think the Archer's the strongest champion in the game. Let's get some new equipment. Oh, and we're going to also rename our character to Bando Aba. Ooh, sitting cushion. Finally got a chair. Team, squad, Viper. We're going to change the name to Bando Aba. Beautiful. Look at that. We've got a pretty solid team. If we actually go ahead and check the composition for team statistics, our team is way stronger than everybody else. We've just got to pick and ban everything a lot smarter. Alrighty, so let's try to figure out the best team we can make after this patch. So we've got improved facility. We really can't do much because we gotta save just enough money. But we can start scouting for our next player. Let's go ahead and redo that. Recruitment, scout, dispatch. We're gonna go ahead and look for the one. Try to get that rolling. because we'll still have enough. We're not going to be recruiting them anytime soon. We've got plenty of time. Go all the way to here until the following year, it looks like. Nope, until... yeah, pretty much until the next year. Alright, test. Let's try to come up with the best composition. Archer, well, Archer needs protection, but everything that would protect it. Swordsman, it deals no damage. Look at that. Its HP has also been reduced. The best thing he can do is soak up damage, but other than that, he's not dealing any damage, so Swordsman's dead. Fighter's really going to be your go-to brawler. Oh, it's actually going to be Monk. Because the support from the Monk, he still has 36 defense. He's the new tank. Go to Warrior, because the Knight, still 70 defense, so he has a lot, but a lot less health. So I wouldn't say he's dead, he's just really balanced now. But he's not really as much of a tank as we'd want him to be. But he does receive crazy strong heals. Combination test. So new test, Archer, and... what's something I would not want to deal with? Let's see, Archer Monk would be my way to try to counter this. Normally it'd be Ninja, but he got nerfed. The Pyromancer did not even get touched to this patch. The range, the Archer attacks from further. Knight to soak up all the damage. Nope. Shrine Maiden deals a lot. Just Knight Shrine Maiden? Because they're not going to kill that Archer, really. Oh, they do. That's a close matchup. It's a very close matchup. Shrine Maiden is probably going to be the go-to. That and Archer. It's really just going to be protect the back line. And 2v2, though, that's going to be tricky. Especially with no strong frontline characters. We're going to be playing against the Bald Bats. Bando, you gotta sit out for a round. Get ready. Then life of the party increases. Allies conditioned by 1 level when on the team. So pretty much like we kind of forego the first round, but we should be coming back in the second round plus. That's really the plan we've currently got going. It's okay. Pick a champion you want to ban. We pick first. Gotta keep that Ninja. That Ninja's dead. Does no damage. It jump to the back, but it just doesn't do enough damage. Monk? Well, who am I gonna first pick is the real question. I really want to pick... honestly, it's gotta be Monk, right? He's just the tank. He's the best frontliner. So we first pick Monk. We don't want to really be dealing with... I wouldn't want to fight an Archer. I'd rather figure out how to deal with a Shrine Maiden. Burst it down. We're gonna first pick that Monk. I think just Monk's too good. It's not that Monk's too good, it's just everything else isn't good enough. And then we deal with another frontliner. So, Warrior? Or Ninja? Maybe. We also could go Ice Mage. Not really. Sniper? Yeah, we'll go Sniper. Massive range. Yeah, that sounds about right. And really need the monk to have as much potential as possible and stay alive. And Cholito, use support from the back. Dang. Boom. Oh, the early ultimate. Cholito really trying to go after the backline is absolutely destroying the entire team composition. That Shrine Maiden full healing herself every single attack. It's just way too much for the composition to be dealing with. Oh, but maybe they can stagger the kills out just enough. Oh, that Shrine Maiden is too strong. Dang. Look at that, full healing herself. It's crazy. Alright, Bandu, we're gonna need you. Need you to be aggressive. Cholito, you're out. Come on, Bandu, we need you. We're gonna try to be getting that Shrine Maiden. We're gonna leave both the Archer and the Shrine Maiden out, because Archer's burst should be more than enough to deal with the Shrine Maiden. I think I get rid of Monk here. Yeah, we get rid of Monk. So whichever one they pick first, we get the other. Get Shrine Maiden. Ooh, and then they get the Knight. Does make things tricky. We gotta go with the Swordsman though, right? We don't have to. We can actually go Ninja. Ow, Cleo! You little toot. I could still pick up Ninja. Cleo thinks it's a bad idea. Right? Yeah. Let's still go Ninja with Bandu. Strong stats makes it to where it's okay, but the assassin just gets massacred. Yeah, and it got destroyed here. We have to go Swordsman. All right, this is the best we're gonna get. It's just way too much damage. Oh, and the ultimate comes through. That Archer's burst is so much! Kill it! Yes! Oh, and the heals! Oh, the ultimate from the Shrine Maiden finally hits, killing off the Archer, giving a lead to Crisco. Will it be enough? Can they stay alive just long enough, or at least secure a couple more kills? It looks like it! Oh no! Don't go into overtime! No! Oh, just barely! 7-8. Oh man, way too close. That Archer potential is just way too strong. That Archer. Way too strong. Performance with Swordsman is top notch, wasn't it? Think about in situations where you get banned. Alrighty, Shrine Maiden's so cool. Yeah, Shrine Maiden's pretty cool. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my more favorite characters. Favoriter. I'm using that word. Alrighty. So we have first pick. I think I still get rid of Knight. It's just it has nah, it's gotta be get rid of Monk, right? Get rid of Monk, and then we either pick Archer or Shrine Maiden. Oh. So we take Archer, because they got rid of the Knight. Yeah. And then we gotta pick up Frontliner. In this case, it's gonna be the Schwarzman. Yeah, it's gotta be the Schwarzman. And then they pick up Shrine Maiden. Yep. Honestly, this is the best one we're gonna get. Bandu's Life of the Party is boosting the motivation of Hurry Pollo. Hurry Pollo has actually their favorite champ. Even though it doesn't do a lot of damage, it's tanky, and the big thing is Bandu should be able to kill off the enemy team. Oh, look at that. that Schwarzman does no damage. Oh, so much damage from the Archer. 2-shot. Oh, 1-shot by the ultimate of the fighter. But Archer 2-shotting the Shrine Maiden. 3-shotting the fighter. And now Crisco is on tempo with ultimates going off. Archer killing off a double kill. And all the ultimates at this point have now been used. Oh, too much damage and healing coming from it. The kills are being staggered on Bald Bat's side. Can the double attack happen to kill the Shrine Maiden? No, it doesn't happen! Bald Bat secure the victory. Perhaps need to stop banning melee characters. That's probably the thing that needs to be happening. It's bad band pick phase. Team's chemistry is a mess and fans are expressing concerns. What do you think of the team's current situation? We got lucky in the recent matches, that's all. I have a different opinion. Bandu! Really? Come on. Have more faith. We got this. Recently, Crisco showed performance, recorded 2 wins and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Last match utilized a band pick form and Team Monk as the main champion. Fans responded that the team should perform around other champions rather than Monk. Some questions the coach's band pick abilities. Yeah, that's really where I think going wrong right now. Crisis must prove otherwise. Future matches to be improved. Equipment. Ah, we get 10 money. Works for me. Alrighty, well, one thing to consider. I think we should save the money, because it was almost about 400 to get a new person, so we should be at 1700 before we pick up improved facility for training point, but I don't think the training point's really worth it. I'm not gonna lie. Let's combination test. Alright. So the composition we just lost to was Shrine Maiden Fighter. What if we left the Knight and the Archer open? Would that have been good? Would that have been good enough? The healing from the Shrine Maiden. Is it really just Shrine Maiden's the better one? Guess so. Alright, we're gonna prioritize the Shrine Maiden then. Because especially with that damage buff, I think just Shrine Maiden's a little too good. So we're gonna prioritize, well, we gotta keep Archer as our main damage dealer is the issue. But we would need something like Monk. So let's stop banning these frontline characters, to be honest. I don't think that's really the issue. We first pick Shrine Maiden, there's a chance they get Archer. So you know what? Let's just go ahead and ban the Archer and then focus on picking up Shrine Maiden. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick up Shrine Maiden. They get Ninja, but it does no damage. And honestly, I think we just pick up Knight here. Even if they pick up Monk, I think we're fine. Yep. Yep. This is how we do it. This puts us on the best stats for our Shrine Maiden, because Shrine Maiden is just going to fully heal up. And yeah, look at that. Shrine Maiden uses ability, instantly just kills off the ninja. It just depends on the cycle of the taunt ability. Ninja getting off the ultimate, but it's not good enough, and it immediately gets killed off. And now Crisco's leading 6-2. It's Shrine Maiden time. In one of the main counters, which would be Ninja, well, Ninja just doesn't do enough damage anymore. Look at that, and just as the match goes on, Haripoyo is figuring out how to survive and is no longer being two-shot. (10-2). Fantastic first match. So looks like we figured it out. It's Shrine Maiden. Shrine Maiden's the issue. Please ban Milk in the next match. Tricky to fight against. Okay, Cholito. You're out. Alright, Bandu, you're up. I guess you were right. I should stop focusing around Monk. Oh, they banned Shrine Maiden? Well, I gotta ban Archer, right? Yeah, we ban Archer here. Then it's Pyromancer's next, right? Oh, but Pyromancer's bad against Monk. What have I done? We'll pick up Knight. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. They were, in fact, not fine. Oh my goodness, never mind. We were fine. Yeah, the Pyromancer just does way too much damage. Oh, I should have swapped the two. Right, because Haripoyo does better with mages. Oh well, you guys got this. Oh, the ultimate coming out from the fighter. Honestly, these combinations where both the enemies run to the front line is even better for Cholito. So I should try to just get rid of as many backliners as possible. And there we go. A very decisive second set, winning us the match. Ratch complete. Putting us back at third place. It's gonna be tricky to get back to first. We should be able to do it. Hey, Haripoyo's gotten better with their training, and so is Cholito. Bandu is about to improve their defense a little bit, so that will be nice. Equipment. Reduce cooldowns. Ooh, I kind of like that better. And that is my computer. I think we should just try to get as many things as possible, and I'm just going to use one material. Same amount of time. Allows me to save up as well. Squad. Let's see. Manage. New facility. I think we're just saving at this point. There's nothing else we can really get. Alright, playing against the Careful Cats. Before we do so, combination test. The thing we're really scared about is, so we either gotta pick or ban the Shrine Maiden. Because Shrine Maiden's the issue. The enemy picks or bans Knight, Shrine Maiden. Alright, let's say they go first, they get Archer. But Knight and Shrine Maiden are banned. We go Monk. The enemy is then going to pick Fighter. Nope. So the enemy's going to then pick Fighter. What would our last pick be? Can't be Ninja. Ninja just dies to Archer. Needs something in the front. So it's got to be Knight, right? How would this do? Too much damage? Yeah, it's just too much damage. Huh. That's gonna be tricky. So in other words, we should probably go with really tanky and then Pyromancer instead to deal with the Archer. So I think Pyromancer at least does okay against Archer. I think Archer is still better though. We really need to be able to beat the Careful Cats one more time in order to have another attempt to at least get back to second, if not first place. Cholito, need you in the first round. Alright, so we pick first. And I'd rather not deal with the Pyromancer. Archer attacks. Honestly, they both deal about the same amount of damage. Archer's just better. Alright, we pick Shrine Maiden. So I think just Shrine Maiden is too good. And then we either get Knight or Monk. Knight's just really tanky. Oh, I should have gone the other way around. There we go. I mean, we saw this with the first time. It's just the tanky potential from Cholito playing as the Knight is just a tad bit too much, and as the match goes on, Great Poyo's hidden potential is going to slowly kick in, boosting those. Oh, but an earlier ultimate. Perhaps they can get the stagger going. Nope, and immediately Crisco recovers and is back to full health. Now getting a massive shield, trying to see if they can do enough, and Crisco responds with the Shrine Maiden ultimate, fully healing up the team and killing off the Ninja yet again. Ninja's not able to do enough damage to do what its assassin class should be doing. It just looks like the Shrine Maiden Knight combo is just a little bit too much for the Careful Cats to deal with. Again, it looks like the meta is just Shrine Maiden now. It was Archer, but Archer's no longer good enough. Oh man. Let's continue to ride this free win train all the way to victory if we possibly can. I think I pretty much carried this match. Yeah, it's a good job. Alrighty, now that you're very happy with your performance, get out. Bandu, you're up. So they go first, and they ban the Monk. Oh, shoot. Do I just gotta ban Shrine Maiden here? Yeah, we just gotta ban Shrine Maiden here. They pick Archer, we pick Pyromancer. They pick Fighter. We pick Monk? Or we pick Knight? Yeah, we go ahead and pick the Knight. They get Archer, we get Pyromancer. This is the best that's gonna be. Yep, The Pyromancer just doesn't do enough damage. Oh, but the double combo is wasted by the careful cats. Oh, the ultimate from the Pyromancer gets wasted. Like the careful cat's gonna be taking the lead in this one and winning the second set. Oh, but a double kill from the Pyromancer. It's actually very much needed right there. Yeah, but it's not good enough. Never mind. Yeah, the Pyromancer's interesting. Maybe the Sniper's a better choice. Just because the Sniper outranges. In that sort of scenario. Give me another chance. You got this. You never betrayed my trust, Bandu. You guys got this. Alright, so we banned first. I'd rather not deal with that archer. We're gonna first pick that Shrine Maiden. Never mind. We pick Monk? Is Monk Fighter strong here? I mean, Ninja's a good combo, it's just Ninja does no damage is the issue. That Ninja gets countered by Knight. So I think we just pick up Warrior, right? And then the enemy picks up either a Pyromancer or a Priestess. We're gonna try this. I just need you to kill it fast enough. Oh man, this one's gonna be close, but unfortunately, looks like the careful cats are gonna very slowly win this one. Yep, the Priestess heals too much, and all they need is a single kill. Oh no! Come on! Come on! Just one kill! Yes! Oh my gosh! Get it! Come on, just one kill! Oh, they're dividing the attention! Oh gosh, it's so close! Yes! Oh, we went into sudden death. Oh my goodness. That one went the entire way on that. My gosh. The hidden potential of Hurry Poyo's healing. Ooh! Win in a sudden death. Hey, that's the first time I won in that. That was insanely close. Well, it looks like we're figuring out this meta. Team, so recruitment. So we're going to be able to look at this Rudbecca. Quick cast reduces cooldown by 10%. That's fantastic. And Vanguard increases all stats by 10 until the first kill. So great to get a snowball in action. They're going to be a good pickup. We'll sleep on them for now. Equipment. Let's go ahead and get our nail equipment. Ooh, a message chair. What do we have the most of? Most of nails, so we're just going to go ahead and make a thing with singular nail. Save. Where are we on the schedule? This is the last round of the league. My goodness. All right, so let's say that it gets in that situation again, where I ban Archer, they ban Shrine Maiden. I really do feel like it's got to be Monk first, right? So Monk, and then what does the enemy pick? Well, last time the enemy picked Knight, so that's picked. These two are banned. Sniper or Ice Mage? Ice Mage is actually an interesting choice. No, because the Priestess would out-heal it in the same kind of way. So what if the Fighter I felt like was just too risky? What about just Pyromancer versus Knight Priestess? How does that work? Is it good enough? Hey, it's good enough. It's good enough to secure the kills. Alrighty. Oh boy, last one of the season. And then after that, it's probably going to be it for the night. Cholito's in for a round, so that way Bandu could be playing at their best. They're picking first and banning. We get rid of that Shrine Maiden. It's just, we gotta get rid of it. They first pick Archer. They do. I think I gotta pick Sniper in response. Because Pyromancer wasn't good enough. Then we have to pick Knight. I don't know if that's good enough is the issue. And Patrikios gotta hopefully do enough damage. Yeah, that Knight's no good against that Archer. Oh man, that Archer's just too good. That Archer's actually just too good. Oh, and the ultimate got wasted. Good job, Patrikios. I'm proud of you. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, more damages. Oh, no. Hopefully, Patrikios' hidden potential is going to be enough to make a comeback, because Cholito is throwing this match by just running inwards. Just taking way too much damage. Oh, it's not going to be enough. That wasn't good enough. That is a huge bummer. Hopefully Bandu should be able to take care of that, but how am I gonna deal with that first? It's just Shrine Maiden's too good, but when Shrine Maiden's banned, Archer's too good. And the thing that counters Archer is just too weak. Give me another chance, trust me. We're in this together, you got this. Alrighty, Cholito, stop throwing. This is the final match of the season. Alright, so we first ban Archer. There's a chance they get rid of Shrine Maiden here, but they did not, so we first pick Shrine Maiden. It's just too strong. Followed up by a Knight. The Knight's too strong. And then they get a Priestess, but the Shrine Maiden is going to be too strong. There we go. Now you got this, Bandu. Oh man, I even put Hurry Poyo so that way they could slowly get even stronger over the match, and they're already fully healing. So once once Hurry Poyo gets their bearings going, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the match. Oh, and the ultimates, in order to get everything snowballing. One ultimate from that fighter is all it's gonna take to possibly kick the tempo right in the direction the Broken Buffaloes needs, but the ultimate only hits the Knight, and immediately the Knight's back at full health. All they have to do for Crisco is hold out just a little bit longer, and that'll be the match. Or at least it'll be the set. Hey, 1-1. For some reason I thought we were already 1-1. Alrighty. One more. This is actually going to be the hardest one because of how ban picks go. Please ban Priestess. Yeah, it's not happening. You're going to have to deal with that. You're just going to have to deal with it. Priestess is not getting picked. It's not getting picked. Oh, please ban Archer. Shrine Mate. Oh boy! Archer is gone. Alright, so they get Monk. Ice Mage is strong, but we gotta pick the Knight, right? Knight's just the opposite of Monk. And then they have the strong duo of Knight and Fighter. That's gonna be really tricky to deal with. Still considering going Ice Mage, because Ice Mage can lock up either the Monk or the Fighter constantly, safely from afar. It is also a Mage, which is great for Hurry Poyo. Pyromancer is an excellent pick as well because of all the extra damage that can be dealt. Both the Fighter and the Monk, because those two are going to clutter up. We're going to go Pyromancer. Yeah, no instructions. We want the ults happening in the middle. Could have it try to trigger early on. Like, look at that AoE. Boom! Just as the match goes on, that Pyromancer is going to be doing even more damages. That's actually perfect. Pyromancer ultimate right here would be... Oh no, it got used and canceled. Oh, it didn't get used. Oh, perfect. Boom, that's going to be the death of the Broken Buffaloes. Not quite, actually. They managed to tank it. Impressive. Looks like the DPS from Hurry Poyo is being just too much. 2,000 damage! In front of every good Pyromancer is a good Knight. Absolutely. Look at that. That is a win for the Crisco team. As the tanky brawler duo, but for the Broken Buffaloes, was not enough to overcome the tankiness of a singular Knight and the heavy DPS of a Hurry Poyo. That puts the Crisco team in second place. And it should be good enough to be going on to the next league. You're in the league's top 5, and you can now advance into the playoffs. The playoffs are a best of 5 tournament. League's 5th ranking team versus the 4th, and then winner of playoffs round for 3rd to 2nd. Teams that advance to the final playoffs get promoted to the upper league. Of course, we're going to be choosing all 3 of our players. Submit. Equipment. We're going to go ahead and get our brand new 10 monies. Hey, never mind, we got a diver headset. So everyone's going to be wearing that on the stage. That's going to be pretty. I'm going to go ahead and get that saved. Weekly activity streaming. Cholito was going to be leaving soon. I don't like the way they just work. So Hurry Pollo is going to continue to be our streamer and get us some more money. Success! Competition schedule. We're going to be playing in a couple weeks. Combination tests. Is there any other tests that we should be trying to do? I'm trying to think of any that I can think of on the top of my head. So, Archer and let's say Fighter. Shrine Maiden is banned, and let's say Knight got banned. Monk. Just Ninja. How good is that? Pretty certain it gets destroyed because the ninja just does no damage, right? Oh man, they really hurt the ninja with that patch. I have actually had a playthrough. It didn't get recorded or anything. It was a personal playthrough where one of the assassins that jumps to the back of the enemy line and then turns into a really powerful mode got nerfed to heck, and the attack got all the way down to 2. But then the game was like, wow, this assassin is terrible, because it was absolutely terrible. So it kept buffing it by buffing its health and its defense, and it turned an assassin into one of the best initiators in the game, and the AI could not process the idea of having this tanky initiator of an assassin. It was great. I would also love to see the AI in this game get updated, even though it's not going to happen. The developers stated a long time ago that they're not supporting the game, which that's fine. They wanted to pursue other projects. A support champion mastery increased. Weekly activity, more streaming from Hurry Pollo, more monies, please. Failure. That was not a good stream. I know how those feel. Alright, proceed. We're gonna continue to try to get more money. Hopefully we can actually get 2,000. So we are playing against the Angry Anchors. I would also love to see more individuality between the teams, and they try to adapt more to... Should I go with more defense? That keeps my guys alive. Or damage. We'll go with more damage. They all have horse headsets. So do you reckon Shrine Maiden could get nerfed next? Most likely. The game really how the game kind of functions is it tries to say, hey, these champions are too strong. Like Archer, Shrine Maiden, and Pyromancer in this current patch are most certainly going to get nerfed. And then the game's also going to go, okay, which ones are underperforming? And then it'll be like, oh, well, these 5 are really underperforming. So we're going to buff these 5. And how it does that is champions information. So let's say that the Archer is going to get nerfed. It then chooses one of these random stats. So attack speed, range, defense, HP, speed, or even the skill cooldown. And says, all right, this value is going to go down by a random percentage. And it picks the stats. And it'll do the stats randomly. But more than certain, the Shrine Maiden's going to get nerfed. I just don't know if when the game nerfs it, it's going to be good enough in the right way. Because nothing's actually predetermined. It's all random, and the game tries to evaluate based on how everything's performing. And it tries to simulate how an actual multiplayer online battle arena or a MOBA, sort of like Dota 2, League of Legends, all those other good ones, sort of how those function. We're like, okay, this one's too strong, let's bring it down a tad, and this other one's absolutely terrible, let's bring it up, and tries to balance everything out that way. It's just, even by changing a singular stat, it can make a massive impact on the entire meta. So we're gonna be doing our first ban. Again, we're gonna go with that archer and try to pick that shrine maiden, which immediately goes through, and we're gonna be picking it up, hopefully securing the first round right away. Oh, going extra tanky with a monk. Ooh, that pyromancer though is actually kind of scary to deal with. I think I'd rather have a monk that's really strong at tanking. So we're gonna have monk. Hurry Pollo plays the monk, and Cholito. Nah, we're doing it the other way. I'd rather Hurry Pollo have even stronger heals with the Shrine Maiden. Especially since the monk since Cholito runs really fast and goes straight for the weakest lowest health unit on the enemy team. Yeah, having them play as the monk would actually be better. So we actually got to play to our player's strengths. Hey, look at that. We're absolutely destroying it with this support team composition. As the round goes on, it's just going to get better and better. Yeah, because the monk's just dealing way too much damage to that pyromancer, and the pyromancer's just too slow. And there is technically a multiplayer for this game, but I'm pretty certain like the online community for this game's dead. I never actually played the online community, but honestly, I think this game on itself is good enough. But I really want to incorporate these ideas into a game I have an idea of that I was working on, honestly, nearly a year ago, but I had to put down because life got busy. We do take the first set, but the main thing I want to take is the idea of the game balancing itself over time, and having the player as well as the AI sort of adapt to how that goes. I'd like to play Swordsman in the next match. Alrighty, Hurry Pollo, you want to play Swordsman? Perfect. You are absolutely going to be allowed to not play Swordsman, because Swordsman is terrible in this meta. Swordsman with that 3 attack is terrible. Swordsman is going to need a lot of love. What's probably going to happen is all the wrong stuff's going to get buffed for Swordsman. It's going to turn into a really powerful tank, and then at some point, its attack's going to get buffed, and it's just going to be too strong. So Shrine Maiden was nerfed first, so we need to go ahead and ban the Archer in response. We might be able to play Swordsman. Monk's picked first, so we have to respond with Knight. And then we're going to go ahead and pick up that Pyromancer. I hope you get to find some time for it. I mean, technically I had time tonight, but I figured I'd go ahead and play the game and, you know, sort of convey ideas, and we'll see how things go. Great Mage. Perfect. One thing I'd be fixing is, like, the cooldown time decreased by 5% when using a Mage. However, there's another one where it's just in all general. Yeah, Quick Cast reduces cooldowns by 10%, and that works for everything. Why is this one 10% and not 5%, and why is this one 5% and not 10%? I don't know. It should really be the other way around. But, you know, that's what the developers decided to go with, so their choice. Look at these DPS races going on. Oh, man. Hurry Pollo is getting backed into a corner. Bonk. That AoE from the mage coming in clutch. Oh, and the ulti gets wasted, missing every single enemy. Ultimate for the fighter goes off, only hitting the knight, doing very minimal damage, and with 10 seconds left, that will secure the win for Team Crisco, allowing them to go on to the finals of the Bronze Amateur League. At least putting Crisco in the position where, win or lose, they will be able to move on to the next league rank. But yeah, the idea I have is a card game that it starts off with a single pack, and then as you play through it, it tries to develop more cards in order to modify the meta, in order to sort of simulate like how Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh! And all that played out. Let's see, I did really bad in this match. Bando, did you? I can't believe you could be bad, this bad all the time. Wow, let's minimize our mistakes. Alright, Bando. It's time to secure the finals. And Hurry Poyo and Bando is gonna be moving us on to the next league, unless I do something wrong. So ban that archer. Shrine Maiden sneaks through. It does. Shrine Maiden meta. That's a knight. It doesn't matter what gets picked up at this point. That should do it. Need the Shrine Maiden to heal even more over time. Alright, done sneezing, and... Oh right, best of 5. I completely forgot. Because normally that would have been the win all the way over there. In a moment, Shrine Maiden should be able to heal up the knight enough. Maybe they're going to allow a kill to sneak through. Oh, they do! And the knight's back in the front, and Hurry Poyo is getting more and more comfortable, and the hidden potential is sneaking through. Briscoe team is now stuck at full health. I actually had I'll have to transfer everything from my laptop onto this computer. But I'm also questioning if I want to continue to use Unity. I may actually try to use something easier. Because Unity, I mean, it's more free to use and more available with, hey, look at that. We proceed onto the finals, and everybody here is going to be promoting to the semi-pro league. Unity, I need to check to see if they undid the idea of making it to where, like, they get all the money. Serious problems have been detected in the following champions. There's a massive bug in the Knight champion, and they cannot be used in this week's matches. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, no. Right before the finals, too. Oh man, what am I gonna do? Oh, my phone died. I bet it'd be fun to make that kind of game. Maybe. I mean, there's been some games that I thought would be fun that I made, and I, you know, that's not as fun as. And honestly, that's just part of game design. But there are gonna be there are going to be a few other games that I'm going to play, just not on Sundays, because Sundays I'm just going to keep it as Polytopia. I want to keep that consistent. But on other random days, I want to just play some other games to sort of like show off a lot of the things or ideas that I would rather incorporate. And honestly, I may consider something a lot simpler like Game Maker. It has a lot of drag and drop, but it's a lot easier to make game prototypes using Game Maker. And the programming, and it still allows you to use a programming language. The issue is Game Maker is kind of limited memory-wise. So as long as I'm smart about how I do everything, we could avoid having lag spikes that's common in Game Maker games. And as long as we try to keep everything simple and minimalistic, which honestly, if I would like to have the game kind of be on like mobile devices to make it more accessible, because that's, even nowadays, that's really the direction that games are going. Oh man, how are we gonna do this without the knight? Alrighty, ban pick phase. Archer ban, Shrine Maiden ban, Monk. If you decide to put on app stores, the time put in could potentially pay itself off eventually. Yeah, that's the idea. I mean, I would want to kind of have it done similar to Polytopia. It's initially free to play, but there's additional add-ons. Like, just Imagine that the base game allows like a very simple combat triangle between just a certain, I'm gonna say like creature types or whatever, and it has a very limited like kind of diversity. However, by unlocking other packs or like other sets, the game has a lot more replayability. And like, okay, maybe we just have like a fire, grass, water. You know, this is a terrible example. I'm just gonna pull it directly from Pokemon because the starter is fire, grass, and water. Water beats fire, fire beats grass, grass beats water. You know, you have a simple combat triangle. But then other sets later down the road, like you have light, dark, and happiness. I don't know, because you know happiness. Happiness beats the light, light beats dark, dark beats happiness. You know, that you know, that kind of got dark right there. But anywho, you can unlock more possibilities available where a lot more cards just become available overall and makes the game more interesting, adds more replayability, just stuff like that where it's not a thing you need in order to play the game, but it adds more replayability. I'll probably end up playing a game on my phone and just uploading. It's gonna probably be played through like 8 gameplay sessions. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh game actually, and I have it all on my phone, so I'll probably record the games on that. For what kind of style? It's the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, but it's in the format of a role-playing game where you're wandering around a map and everything and talking to people and stuff like that. But then you could have side quests. And I'm not saying like all the characters have to be random, but the characters have like kind of decks they like to play and try to build. Like that's the idea I like to go with. Anywho, let's say so Knight is banned, and let's say that both Archer and Shrine Maiden are left up. And the enemy first picks Shrine Maiden. I'm gonna be getting the Archer. No, yeah, I'm gonna be getting the Archer. And then the enemy gets Monk. That's just way too much healing. So, like, I'm sure if I pick Fighter, this team just gets destroyed. So what's the next best thing? I think that's actually just nothing. Ice Mage? Just never let the Ice Mage get to the Archer? Just never let the Monk get to the Archer? Nope, that's not the answer. In other words, we can't let, we really gotta make sure that the DPS doesn't exist. That is gonna be a problem we're gonna have to deal with. But yeah, I'm really just trying to take the idea of having the game balance itself, but instead of going with the idea of Hearthstone of, you know, if a card's too powerful, let's nerf it, or anything like that. It's just the game releases new cards to try to balance itself out. And then now you have new booster packs to try to get. Alrighty, so Monk is banned. You gotta get rid of Fighter, right? Just get rid of all of the tanky guys, which means it's Archer. Yep, it's Archer. The extent of my card game knowledge is the Final Fantasy IX card game. Fair enough. Not too bad. Alright, we gotta pick Pyromancer. Then Sniper. This is just a pure range DPS. Oh, Cholito, you bumfuzzle. Oh man, immediately 6-1. sniper. Being a terrible matchup. Maybe should have just gone with a ninja. Boom! The grenade gets thrown. I mean, I gave them both Shrine Maiden and Archer, to be fair. Yeah. I think Shrine Maiden was I probably still should have taken Shrine Maiden for myself. Have you seen a team that revolves around their worst player? Ha! Alrighty, thanks, Cholito. I mean, you did fantastic on the first little bit, but at this point, we really need Bandu and Harry Poyo to be taken over. Oh man, Cholito's gonna be pretty upset if he watches the video and sees that. That was not nice of me. I mean, it's after midnight for me. I'm just tired. We gotta get rid of that Archer. Archer's too strong. Especially in this no tank meta. Shrine Maiden. They're gonna pick fighter. Has 136. We still just pick up Swordsman, even though it does no damage. Swordsman's not going to be able to tank, even with Shrine Maiden. Pyromancer. We're just going to go heavy DPS. Oh man, that fighter absolutely destroying. And the support of that sniper is just too much. Oh! Yep, they have a melee character and that sniper just deals way too much from afar. Oh, the careful cats. Starting off strong here. Pyromancer's not doing enough. Even with all those buffs the Pyromancer's gotten over time. Look at that. That sniper is absolutely carrying with the ability of not getting touched because of that fighter. I should have picked fighter. Yeah, I should have picked fighter first. Not affiliated with the real Cholito. Right? We lost because of me, sorry. Your partner was just darn good. You guys got this. Alrighty. Well, let's see if we can do a reverse sweep. It's gonna be really tricky on these banned picks. I don't know why it seems harder for me for these banned picks than it is for the other AI. I've got to ban the Shrine Maiden, right? Yeah, we get rid of that. Fighter. Ninja? Just go... I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a strong combo. It's just... it's not good. Really not any good. Pyromancer. It just absolutely destroys that combination. It's like as good as that's gonna get. Yeah, that ninja just takes way too much damage. Boom! 2 to 3 after a full trade right there. Oh, and the ultimates go through. Giving the Careful Cats a temporary lead. combo of the ninja and the monk are just really, really strong in this instance. While the knight is strong enough to protect that pyromancer, looks like that the fighter just is attempting to do what its name is and just fight. It's no good at protecting that pyro. $12-9, a clean sweep by the careful cats. Well, they're still good enough to go to the next league. And we actually have enough money in order. Oh boy, we got 10 gold. That's basically what we're trying to get to now, is slowly getting even more money. Alright, we're gonna save, schedule. At this point, I honestly think it's probably just best we I call it a stopping place for tonight. Oh, attend the award ceremony. So let's just do our weekly. Management, improve facility. Oh, dang, that's right. I'm gonna be 600 short if I do that. Really don't wanna... Set trading points, that doesn't really do much. Recruiting time, I don't have the money for that. Recruitment cost, it doesn't pay for itself quick enough. Need just a little bit more. Stream. Great Poyo. Approve. Hey, that's a tiny bit of money, but every little bit helps. Let's attend that award ceremony. Because we put in a good fight. Just barely wasn't good enough. Now let's begin the awards ceremony of the Amateur League Season 2021. First, we have the Champion Team Award. The Amateur League Champion Team is... the Careful Cats! Congratulations! Prize money for foreign gold and amateur golden mouse will be awarded to the winning team. Next, we have the Runner-Up Team Award. The Amateur League runner-up is... Crisco! Congratulations! Prize money worth 200 gold and amateur silver mouse will be awarded to the runner-up. Next, we have the Most Kills Award. The player who got the most kills is... Angry Anchors Team Player Tempt! Prize money of 100 gold be rewarded! Okay. Next, we have the Most Assists Award. The player who has recorded the most assists is... of the Angry Anchors Team Player Stitch! Prize money is 100 monies. Next up is an introduction to the newly promoted and regulated teams. These two teams have been promoted, Crisco and the Careful Cats. Congratulations! We look forward to seeing your great performance on a bigger stage. We will now end the award ceremony of Amateur League Season 2021. See you in the next season. And we have acquired our amateur silver mouse and 200 monies, which puts us just a bit short. I could release one more player, but I don't think it's worth it. Alrighty. And we have our equipment, the mouse, Warrior Champion Mastery. Yeah, I think I want to keep that cooldown reduction going. Save, weekly activity, stream, hurry Poyo. Go ahead and get that rolling. Save. And schedule. Looks like it's vacation for a bit. Yeah, and then vacation. Yeah, we are just 100 gold short. That is just minorly unfortunate. If I didn't pre-recruit this guy, set him up where we can recruit him right after, we could have gotten the weekly activity upgrade and then have a little bit more income during our off season. So, strategy upgrade. You see 2 strategies per game. No, we don't need that. Reduce crafting cost. We don't need that. Recruitment time reduced. We still don't have level 1. I could also consider upgrading to Gaming House 3. The last thing is Rising Star, which is a really good player I may just want to save up for. That's pretty much really the thing you want to do is get Rising Stars and then just train them the way you want to train them. Because I know this squad, I mean, we've got a pretty decent squad. We got a team that I can control the stats to be insanely high thanks to Relief Pitcher. And Hurry Pollo's hidden potential is fantastic, but it'd be great if we can get just higher stats. I think we're gonna go ahead and just call it here. I'm gonna go ahead and save one more time because I'm paranoid. And go back to title. But there we go. That is Teamfight Manager. I don't plan on playing this multiplayer or anything. This is mostly just to, hey, just relax today. And you know, life can be a little stressful, so just sometimes you gotta just step back, relax, try not to fart, and have a good time. And well, we accomplished most of those. I think, you know what? I think we accomplished everything. Now I think about it. We got to relax, show off a game, and talk about just some ideas that we got. So, thanks for everyone for showing up who showed up, and we'll be streaming tomorrow. Fire's all around, right? Yeah. Oh, you know what? I had this right above the chat box. Fortunate. There we go. Fight under. Then we can lock that here. This here. That. Perfect. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. We will be doing more Polytopia tomorrow, covering the last day of the beta, or at least the last day that I'm able to stream it, as the official version will be released in roughly 2 days from now. I'm looking forward to everything that's going to be happening there. We'll see you there. That's all for now.